Definitely feeling that. Mm-hmm.
We are less than a week away from the NBA draft, y'all. And we got a lot to talk through because just like every year, you have a first round, you have a second round, you have 60 picks, and you have 30 teams in the NBA that are always looking to upgrade or retool their roster through the draft. Now, that could be obviously drafting, a marquee player. That could be trading a pick. That could be trading back and getting more assets. It could be trading up and really getting a player that you covet. But what we are going to do today, me, Swiper, John D, Penn, Damian, and Chilltown, we are going to build out a big board of where prospects can possibly go or should possibly go, to which teams and all of that good stuff. So, fellas, we're going to have some fun doing this. There will be prospects that we probably haven't talked about on the panel yet. But prospects that we will talk about today and that we should be talking about tomorrow based on where they're going. So let's get into it, fellas. How's everybody feeling today?
I think it's interesting, John D, because I know how you are with the draft, right? I know how Penn is with the draft. I always thought that when you get later in the first round, you basically are looking at the best available player, as opposed to when early on in the first round, I'm picking for need. I've always been like that. Like if I got a lead guard, for example, Chicago, I already got my lead guard in Josh Giddey, so I'm straight there. I think I got my wing in Basellis, so I'm straight there. So I this kid that you drafted from the German league, Noah, I think I'm good there in terms of developing him. So now, what do I need here?
I think if you're the Bulls, you just draft best player available. Like, I think we're in this position with Chicago where it's like, let's get talent in the room. Let's get somebody that can be the guy in the room. Like, let's say you're at 4 and Cam Boozer's available, or Caleb Wilson is available, or even if it may not happen, if AJ DeBonsta is available, you're not going to stop up and be like, oh, yeah, we have Matas. No. Or if
well, that's different.
Brown
that
is
may
on
be a
the
little
board.
bit different.
Yeah, like I think when you're in a position like this, you're drafting for best player available. I even think the Indiana Pacers, if they would have gotten a top 3 pick, would have drafted best player available, because we're in a draft class where there's so much talent in the top 3, top 4, top 5. There's like, let's get one of these guys in the room and we'll figure the rest out later. I think that's where we're at. Even with like Washington and Utah, they have so much players. Utah has Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr., an Ace Bailey, Walker Kessler, maybe, because he might be in purple and gold soon. But we have so much players in Utah that I'm just looking to get the best player available. There's a reason why we were one of the worst basketball teams in the league. Let's go get some talent. Let's bring in an AJ. Let's bring in a Darren. Let's bring in a Cam Boozer. We'll figure the rest out later. We'll build around his talent. That's where I look at towards the top of the draft.
Most teams draft for best player available in the lottery, Joe.
But
so
Joe,
I think most people see it backwards as opposed to you.
Sometimes, Chill, though, you're right. Like, we got some news even like overnight. Like, Trae Young opts out, for example, of his player option. Does that make Washington now think about the draft a little bit differently if that negotiation doesn't feel okay? I read yesterday there's reports on like Utah not potentially giving Keontae George a rookie extension now. Does that change their approach on draft night? Like, all these different things are a factor, but I think if they're high, I think if you're that high in the lottery for this draft, you got to go best prospect.
So 2 things, Penn. Number one, it's been reported that Trae Young is going to sign a 3-year extension with Atlanta. So that's been reported that he's going to sign a 3-year extension with him. There was some instability. I think the logic of Anthony Davis not really being solid, and I think I think that we got that figured out. So it's been reported that Trae Young is going to sign. They're working on a 3-year extension for him.
You said Atlanta.
Did I say Atlanta? I'm sorry, I meant Washington. I apologize.
He's opting out exactly to get the longer deal.
That's it. That's the only reason why he's doing it.
Otherwise, he's leaving $49 million on the table,
and he's not doing that. Yeah, he's not. He's not doing that. And to your point, Damian, I think that there's a reason why these teams are in the lottery, because what they're doing is they're just throwing things at the wall instead of actually building something. Like Utah, I think they got their lead guard in George, right? I think their front line might be a little bit sketchy because they're huge on the front line with Markkanen and Walker and Triple J. I think we might have to switch something up there. But I think that your starting 2 guard is this kid from Kansas. And I know that he wants to play point guard, but I mean, we've converted guys. We've seen guys get converted into positions.
Where's Ace Bailey going? He gonna come off the bench?
I think this kid is better than Ace Bailey right now. I think Darren Peterson is better than him today. I don't think he's better than him in 2 years. I think he's better than him today.
He gonna walk in the building better than him.
I think he's. I think he's. To be honest with you, JD, I think he's their starting 2 guard today.
Come on now,
right?
that's
so
Darren.
I think you got your backcourt, and I think the front court might be. I think the front court might be a little bit tricky. But Penn, the reason why I said that is because, especially with the way the lottery is today and how everything is reconfigured, where now the worst team in the league almost has the same odds as the 10th place team. Like when I'm drafting, I gotta get it right. I don't have the luxury of being in the lottery if I'm bad next year of maybe getting the number 1 or the number 2 pick again. I might fall to 10. So I might have to, for example, JD, you just brought up, if AJ DeBonsta is available, that's a different situation. Like I'm not passing on AJ DeBonsta if he drops to 4. But if he's not around and I'm the Chicago Bulls, I'm trying to build something here. Right. And if I'm trying to build something, what do I need? I feel like your starting 2 guard is the biggest problem. Right? Like who's starting at the 2 guard in Chicago?
Right now, Josh.
Josh is your lead guard. I got Marcellus as a wing. This kid Noah. Pat Williams has been a dud.
He's not a guard. It's Trey Jones right now, probably.
Okay, so there it is. So I think I need a 2 guard, or I can use the
They ain't drafting the 2. They are drafting a 4. They are drafting a 4.
Or I could use the power 4.
Talent. You need talent.
Absolutely.
Like your best player is your best building block is Montes Buzelis.
No.
AJ DeBonsta. What?
No, it's not.
Who's the no? Penn. He's gonna say Josh Giddey. He thinks Josh Giddey should got a max contract.
I do.
But for the NBA, it's Matas. And to Penn's point, being able to say I'm gonna pair Matas with Caleb Wilson.
Okay.
As your building blocks.
Okay, cool. So it really honestly it doesn't matter. Matas Buzelis forward, Josh Giddey, lead guard. Honestly, if the best player available is Darren Peterson and he needs the ball in his hands, goodbye, Josh Giddey. I don't care. You don't have anyone good enough on the Bulls to be thinking at all about need right now, because what your need is really is a franchise player, because you don't have one. Montes Buzelis
is only 23,
because they gonna run them tickets regardless. Them tickets gonna be an arm and a leg regardless. So if I'm gonna be paying, I want to see somebody. I don't want them in the 4th pick say, Yaxel Lindenberg fits what we need to do right now. Let's get him at 4. No. You go get somebody that's gonna put butts in seats.
The other thing is the draft lottery next year is flat, right? Because of the odds, they flattened out the odds. So there's no longer an incentive to be super bad. So if you're looking at teams like Chicago, like Brooklyn, right? These are the teams that could float to the bottom if they take a project. I wonder if when we get to pick 8, 9, and 10, if the one shift in this year's draft is going to be, let's take the guy who's a little bit more ready or a little bit more sure. The argument in the draft is always floor versus ceiling, right? And we have seen some wild swings on ceiling in the past, okay? A swing on ceiling in this year's draft is Jaden Quinton's. A swing on floor is Morez Johnson. You can compare these 2 players a lot, but the wild card element of Jaden Quinton's being the injury risk, maybe not playing, we don't know. This kind of stuff, I think it has to matter. There's a lot of project-y players, but honestly, this draft is full of players who can play. Like, they fit in the modern NBA. They can dribble, pass, shoot. They had good college seasons. They had good analytics. They had good finishing numbers. They had good shooting.
If that's true, right? So, Penn, if that's true, I keep bringing up the Bulls. The reason why I keep bringing up the Bulls, JD, is because the Bulls
had the easiest job in the entire draft show.
Easiest job. Right. And I think it's
the one guy who doesn't go.
Right.
Top 3.
And I think that guy's Wilson. I do. I think that guy's Wilson.
Yeah,
now we could. I think it's Wilson, to be honest with you. Now
Wilson need to be going number 2.
I actually, to be honest with you,
and that's what a lot of people don't want to talk about.
To be honest with you, And
Okay.
you gonna hate me
But
for
this is the
this?
thing. I'm not even gonna all respect to Caleb Wilson.
Sure.
I think taking him at number 2 is a fireable offense.
It's not fire.
Because
I think it's a fireable offense.
you got to think that Darren Peterson is going to be much
Caleb
better.
Wilson's great. He's great. Don't
You
get me
gotta
wrong.
think that Darren
Caleb
Peterson's
Wilson's
gonna be
like
much
that.
better than him then.
But
you have to think that.
We have a tier here, and there's only 3 guys that can fit in this elevator.
Yep.
That's the tier.
Why is there only 3 guys that can fit in that elevator?
Because that's the tier. That's the tier. I don't think
Caleb-
Caleb Wilson is
Caleb-
in that tier. I just don't think he's in there.
Caleb Wilson showed you more tools for an NBA player than Cam Boozer, first and foremost. And I've been saying this, since December, since November.
Define tools.
You have.
Right, please, because what are tools just
Athleticism.
athletics?
No.
Is that what that is?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing is you guys got
The
caught up in
defensive upside
the defensive upside, even the offensive upside. Caleb Wilson showed you all of that. Turnaround fadeaways, one dribble pull-ups. He showed you he can knock down the 3. He showed you block work. He showed you face-up game. He showed you
Cam
all
Boozer
of that.
showed you offensive hub, high IQ, versatility, shot making, mismatch attacking, rebounding, passing out of double
Caleb
team.
Williams did that. Caleb Wilson did that too.
He did all
And he a
of
better.
that.
And Caleb Wilson a better athlete. And he a better athlete than. And he a better athlete, JD.
And he was busting Cam ass.
Then who?
Than Cam Boozer. He a better
We're
athlete.
talking about Wilson over Boozer?
I still don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing.
But
I'm
JD,
still,
JD, do you think that it always plays out that way though? Like usually we go into a draft and we say these guys are the top tier guys, and then we got the guys under it. But do you think history shows that that's actually ever played out correctly or consistently?
I think don't get me wrong. I think Caleb Wilson can be in that tier years down the line. But from what I've seen so far, I do think there's a now, do I think it's a major cutoff? No, but I do think this tier's here, and Caleb Wilson might be right here. And that's okay. That's okay if I don't think he's in that tier with AJ, Darren, and Cam. I just think from what I've seen throughout this collegiate season, all 3 of these guys, whether it's AJ, Darren, or Cam, have made significant arguments to be the best player in this draft class. I have never felt that way about Caleb Wilson.
Which is
I've
fine.
never felt that way.
Now, Penn, I got a question for you. And the reason why I'm asking you this question is because you're the draft expert here. Can I pull a Danny Ainge? What I mean when I say pull a Danny Ainge, because I actually like Caleb Wilson in Washington, right? I just don't like him at number 1. So can I pull a Danny Ainge and tell everybody that I love Cam Boozer? When in reality, Caleb is my guy. And I can get Memphis to give me that number 3 pick. They can take my number 1 pick. I'll take your number 1 next year. You move up to number 1 because you actually love Cam. You actually love Boozer, and I'm taking Caleb at number 3.
You're assuming that Cam Boozer isn't going to go 3, that AJ isn't going to go 1, right?
Yes.
In this situation. I mean, from what I'm understanding, there's a lot of confusion in the Utah front office. Reports are they're still not sure how they rank these 3 players, and I don't blame them. There's real. Okay, rank it out this way. Sure. AJ DeBonsa is the safest. Darren Peterson is probably the most conventionally star ready, and Cam Boozer is probably the most analytically sound basketball player among the 3, and probably the best basketball player of the 3 right now. So, if you're ranking out red flags, AJ DeBonsa does not have a lot of red flags, right? High handle, maybe, lack of creation, ball stopper a little bit. Those are some red flags, but you can figure that out. He is a franchise level personality. He'll sell tickets. He'll be the face of your franchise yesterday. With Cam Boozer, the game is a little bit more subdued. It's not necessarily box office, but winning is box office. And with Darren Peterson, there's all the cramping stuff. There's the injuries. There's legit questions about compete level. Now, honestly,
that we can fix though, Penn.
I think you cannot fix compete level. If that is real,
no,
I'm not.
Here's where I'll fight back on that. What happened at Kansas is not an indication of the Darren Peterson that I have watched for 2 years in high school. I do not think from what I have heard about this guy, he is an insane competitor. That he and if you want any evidence, look at what he did to AJ DeBonsa every time they squared up.
Every time he saw him.
Bust
So,
his ass.
time he saw
so if I'm not a competitor, why am I giving my greatest competition my greatest punch every single time? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
So, there's some again, when we get around this part of the draft cycle, there's a lot of tracers. By tracers, I mean people who listen to other people say something about somebody and then they repeat it, and I hate it because quite frankly, it's annoying. People have said over and over, he said he's a loner. You know who else was a loner? Kawhi. You know who else was a loner? Kobe. That doesn't matter to me.
Kyrie Irving. I don't
Kyrie
care about
Irving like that too. That doesn't mean you're not competitive. But people are using all of these little anecdotes to build a case that Darren Peterson isn't that dude. And I'm telling you, he is that dude. He's really good. And honestly, if 2-3 teams pass on him, you have a potential to look really dumb, like really stupid.
You do. And
yeah, so I mean, you rank out these.
And I think you got that with all four of these guys, though. And I'm gonna keep putting Caleb Wilson in this because I believe it's a big four. I think you have the potential to look like that, and even Darius Acuff, I'll put him in this too. You have a potential where there's a world. Hold on, no. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Let's say Darius Acuff goes 5. If Darren Peterson, let's say it is true. I'm not saying it is true. Let's say it is true and he lacks competitiveness or the cramping never comes to fruition. Let's say Cam Boozer, the athleticism just is a big thing and he's just not able to get his game off. And let's say Caleb Wilson just turns out to be a C-level player. He's just a starter, but he doesn't turn into anything major. But let's say Darius Acuff turns into Jalen Brunson, where the shot making absolutely translates. And yes, there's a world where teams are regretting passing on him. I'm not saying that he's a higher prospect than those 4 guys. I'm saying that there is a real world where Darius Acuff really translates and is that good. And now it's like we do this in every draft. I don't know why. We literally do it. You can go to every single shit. We can go to every.
It sort of goes for everyone. You missed out on that.
I'm asking this, Ron.
I have a 2017 redraft that I put back up here. Where did Bam Adebayo go?
14, I think.
Okay, on this redraft, we have him at 3. We did this last year. Okay, where did Donovan Mitchell go? Time out. Where did Donovan Mitchell go? 13 on this redraft. We have him number 2. So I'm saying Lonzo Ball went 2nd. We have him number 7 on this list. What I'm saying is I'm not saying that Darius Acuff's going to be better than these guys. I'm just saying there's a world where when guys are that good, when it's a good draft and it's that top heavy, look, somebody's going to bust. I'm just telling you the fact of the reality. Somebody is going to bust. Pause.
I can get that part I could get with, Ron.
But
with that being said, Ron, how many drafts have we seen over let's say the last decade that the talent coming out was like this? Like how many have we seen where we?
Sure, I can't legitimately sit here and say this is the most talented draft that we've ever seen, and yada.
I'm thinking
no, because
I'm saying 96. I'm thinking 2003. I'm thinking
it could be, but chill. Yeah. I hate to do that because there's drafts that we call weak.
There's not one of those guys in the draft.
You don't know that?
There's not but pre-draft.
And that's what I'm saying, chill. We don't know that. There's guys that we call drafts that we call weak, and they turn out to be strong.
There are 5 84 caliber guys.
Yeah, but in 84 there was a different level even 2003. It's not the same.
Yeah, but I think Ron's underlying
2020 but 2028 2019.
Is it a little bit like wait, hold on.
Ron's underlying
could it be like 1996?
I was thinking it could be 96, it could be 2019 even. I'm not going to sit here and act like people weren't saying what they were saying about Reddish and Zion.
Yeah,
I'm not going to let you lie to me. I know exactly what you're
Cam Reddish is the best player in that
Ron's
draft.
right.
RJ Barrett too.
Better than him.
No, but Ron's right.
RJ Barrett
Too. It's very rare for that top 4 or 5 to all pan out.
Sure.
Ron, in that sense, Ron's correct. They're one of these guys. And it can be a plethora of things. It can be situation, it can be injury, it can be opportunity, it can be stuff that happens off the floor. It's very rare for the top 5 to really pan out. And hey, these are all NBA guys. These are all NBA. One of these 2 or 3 or 4 of these guys are MVP candidates. So in a sense, Ron's right. History has shown us that it never ever works out that way. So you don't want to be the GM that takes the guy that doesn't work out. But it's very hard to project.
But thought about differently, you really can't know, right?
You can't know.
There's known knowns and then there's known unknowns. And one thing I don't know, and I don't think anyone can know, is how well Darius Acuff is going to compete on defense in the NBA level.
You
can try to project though.
But
You can ask him.
the issue though, I said with Acuff already though. I said this during the season. I said that there's a world for me, Penn, where he is whatever people have about Darren Peterson and Darius Acuff. Like I think there's a world where he is either as good as or almost as good as him at like if the shot making is real. And I think this is what I try to explain to people.
I don't have him as my first or second best point guard in this draft.
But again, some people have Brown. Some people say that Brown, they have Brown and they got Fleming ahead of him. I'm like, that's
Brown is tough.
Yeah, there's
that
another
boy
one.
Brown is it.
But
Mikael Brown is the best point guard in this draft.
That boy is
but
it.
I think that's fair. Like if you're just talking about pure point guard. But I will say though, y'all, the reason why Acuff is a different story is we have not seen a combination in recent years of this level of shot making. Period. From a
he's
guard.
right.
I think some of this is like if this is the league we live in today.
Sure.
I think he could walk into the league next year and be what Keontae George was last season, potentially. Like Keontae stepping into that role, getting a number one option as a point guard. Like there's a world where he can do that right at the get-go. I think he's better than Keontae, but I think when you look at like a skill set like this, they're like if Jalen Brunson and your Kyrie Irving
around him, if that's if that's true, swiping and I'm building my unit.
Oh no, I think he's a build around player. I've been very clear
building
about
my unit around him.
I think he will be potentially. I think he potentially can be a franchise guard for a team. Like a legitimate
Sacramento's gonna screw him
fellas, I'm gonna stop it right here because I actually want to get into the mock draft / big board. And I keep saying mock draft / big board because once again, kind of how it was highlighted earlier, you more so should draft based on the best available talent. And we don't know exactly what these teams are looking for. There's some teams where it's obvious. You need a center. This is the best center on the board. This is probably the guy who you're going to go with. A team like the Bulls, we don't know, so we're going to take the best available player. A team like the Mavericks, well, they need a point guard. But let's say that we didn't know, we're going to take the best available player for them. But we'll just continue to build it out. We'll talk it through. We are going to do the top 15 picks, y'all. And before we do this, I do want to point this out. There's multiple teams with, multiple first-round picks. We're not going to make any trades because we don't that we can't project that, or that's too hard to get into all of that.
I can't pick the telephone up, Ron, and entice you.
Right, man. I'll at least one of y'all real quick.
That would be fire, but then we would need everybody to take a franchise, and then we would have to do all of that. But I do just want to point out these teams. The reason why I'm putting this on you guys' mind is just so you can be aware when draft night comes around that these teams have multiple picks and they could potentially trade up because they have multiple assets. You have the Chicago Bulls who have the 4 and the 15. I don't know how willing they are to get into the top 3, but they might be able to do that with that. You have the Atlanta Hawks. They have the 8 and the 23. You have the Memphis Grizzlies who have the 3 and the 16. You have the Oklahoma City Thunder. Man, these Thunder, they just keep doing it, huh? They have the 12, they have the 12 and the 17. The Charlotte Hornets have the 14 and the 18, and then the Dallas Mavericks have the 9 and the 30.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's get into it, fellas. On the clock, first and foremost, we have the Washington Wizards. Who is the best available prospect? I'm going to go around the room and I'm going to ask you guys, who do you guys think should go number 1 to the Wizards based on whether they are just the best talent or based on whether you think that they are the best fit for the Wizards or a combination of both?
Who you going with first, Ron?
With the number 1 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select AJ DeBonsta from BYU.
Absolutely.
I can't fight that.
Can I interest you in a tall cup of Bennett Sturts? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
See, I think they're going to take DeBonsta. I can't leave my guy.
Who is your guy, JD?
I've been with Darren since the start of this cycle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's to the point where I think this is a draft class where it's like, you know what? You want to take DeBonsta? I don't have too much pushback. I don't have any pushback.
But John, no. I want you to give us a pushback, or not even some pushback. Give us some feedback.
It sounds
give
like
us some feedback. Where's the Wizards?
I'm really high on what now I will say this. The reason I haven't pushed it as far is because of the injury stuff. if you look at Darren Peterson's high school tape versus his college tape, you can clearly tell there's not a first step or a burst that is still there.
Right.
As the season went along, I started to have some handle issues with him getting all the way to the rim, but the off-ball play, him being able to cut to the basket, him being able to come off flare screens, him being able to have the shot making, whether it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He's legitimately one of the best shot makers in this draft class, if not the best shot maker in this draft class, based off of his elevation, how smooth his jumper is.
Are there three shot makers in this draft better than him?
No.
Are there three of them?
No.
Are there two of them?
Anywhere off the floor, if Darren Peterson's making that shot, whether it's coming off a screen or whether it's off the dribble or whether it's catch and shoot, he can do that. He's legitimately one of the best cutters in this draft class as well. I don't know, man. I feel like if Darren Peterson had that first step he had in high school, I wouldn't really be trying to hear no argument at number one.
Hear me out.
I really wouldn't. But because of the injury stuff, the ball handling struggles that he had coming through the season, I'm willing to hear AJ DeBonsta. I'm willing to hear a Cam Boozer because these guys are all talented. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Now, hear me out,
I think Darren's going to be the best player in this draft, man.
Hear me
I think
out,
Darren's going to be the best player in this draft.
And I can appreciate your issues with the injury stuff. Now, from what I understand, this injury stuff had a lot to do with the creatine. We off that. We ain't doing that no more.
If he steps into summer league,
we're off that.
If he steps into summer league and he shows the world, like, yeah, that was clearly an injury in college.
That's it. I'm
not hearing it.
The creatine and the cramps. That's what the problem was. Okay, so we off that. Like, I don't lose my athleticism at 19 years old. He didn't have a major injury. He didn't have any torn ligaments. He didn't have any broken.
I don't know. I think I've always been on this hill. I think Darren's going to be the best player in this draft. I think he's going to be the best.
He had cramping issues in high school as well, by the way.
And so did James.
John, can you tell us why he's the best prospect? Is it just the shot making? Is it the combination of?
I think it's the offensive. I think it's the versatility as a scorer. I think his versatility as a scorer is extremely high. Whether it's off the ball, whether it's on the ball, him being able to use his strength more than he did in high school by getting to the rim or using that bump to create separation. AJ does the same thing, so I'm not going to make it seem like AJ does not do that. AJ does have a bump where he can get to the mid-range and things of that nature, but I think Darren is a much better off-ball player, and I think he's a better shot maker. I think there's a scoring talent that Darren Peterson possesses that just convinces me that he'll probably be the best player in this draft class. I think all three of these guys have defensive upside. I'm not really looking at their defense as like a huge separator because they're not – I don't think they're as like to that level defensively that it would be a separator for me, whether it's AJ or Darren. But I think on the offensive side, Darren has the potential to be the best player in this draft.
So, Penn, really quickly, Penn, I want you to rewind the clock. Darren Peterson is coming out in this draft. And VJ Edgecombe is coming out. What's the gap between these two guys?
Who?
What? Edgecombe, the guy from Philly.
Oh yeah, hell no.
Are we close between these two guys?
It's sizable.
Like
AJ wouldn't even be in the conversation.
Like he's clearly better than VJ.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm talking about
hell of a player we're talking about.
I'm talking about Peterson. This is what I'm talking about.
AJ, there's a big.
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
There's real, like, with Darren and AJ and Cam, these are foundational franchise level, building blocks. They are how. I think the best example is you have 3 Carmelo Anthony level prospects at the top of this draft. There's no LeBron James, but there's 3 Carmelos. And according to Ron, there might be 4 Carmelos. But I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Carmelo Anthony because he's coming off a national championship, but these guys are that legit. Like, in an increasingly older college game, they dominated.
These 3 guys, Ben, are we having a conversation at some point in their career about them being the best player in the league?
I think one of them probably, and I don't know which one.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, of these 3 guys, are we having a conversation about one of them being the best player in the league?
I really think AJ can get there. Like, if you're saying like what,
then you got to take him.
And there's the thing, like with the absolute maximum upside, we're talking AJ DeBonsta, but he has some things to figure out. He's not a perfect player by any means. The 3-point shooting,
a
little bit wonky sometimes. The playmaking, especially advanced playmaking, a little bit wonky sometimes, right? And I think the defense left a lot to be desired for me. Now, I was a lot happier with his defense in high school, but honestly, his defense slipped at points in high school too. But you could kind of excuse that with fatigue, go-to score, etc. BYU put a really big load on him, in terms of creation. I don't think they had like the rim finishing, and honestly, like between him and Caleb Wilson, if there's any two players who are going to be like, oh, I didn't know they were that good, but suddenly there's expanded angles and wide corners, and we're like, oh, there's the Giannis thing again. You expand the court, suddenly long stride drivers have a way better chance. So AJ to me is like a wing built in a lab by scientists. It's exactly the prototypical small forward in the modern NBA. The pull-up jump shooting is pretty cool. Is it Darren Peterson good? No. You know, the playmaking is solid. Is it Cam Boozer solid? No, not really. But you know, it's a combination of everything. And the defensive tools are there to be a very legit player. He's a 6'9", like legit 6'9.5", 6'10" player. So like he's going to be franchise player day one, whoever he goes to.
I can't. Yeah, if I'm a GM, I can't leave AJ there. If I got the number 1 pick, I just can't.
I honestly respect that.
I don't want to be that GM. I don't want to be that GM,
but you should be sure.
That passed on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm. I feel like that with all 3 of these guys though. Like, I feel like with AJ. Because again, all of these guys have their thing to where it's like, okay, I have this. This is why I'm a number 1 pick in this draft. I think AJ shows it with one. His measurements are amazing. His wingspan is incredibly long, and it makes
how big is he legit?
He's like 6'9", legit. 6'9", 6'10", legit.
So no shoes on. He's 6'9".
I think he's 6'8.5" without shoes on. But
that's 6'9" to me. Okay.
Yeah, like, and it makes it hard to contest his shot. Like, I don't know if you guys watched that, like, middle of the floor push off fade away he gets to. That's really hard to contest. That is his wingspan and his ability to play in the mid-range on top of what I see from him as a driver. Once those lanes start to open up and the ability he can drive angles and get to the basket in different type of angles, I really see a top tier scorer in this league. Like, I'm a Darren guy, but that doesn't mean I don't have to be high on AJ.
John, what's the best case, worst case on him? Like,
what's the best case for AJ? AJ?
Best case player comp, worst case player comp. I think this is an easy way for most people to understand, like, where this is going.
See, now I might sound crazy. I said this on Me and Mars, the show, a few months ago.
If you say Michael Jordan, I quit.
No.
Okay, cool. All right.
When I look at AJ's mid-range scoring, and I see the ability of mid-range creation and the driving angles that he can take. Obviously, low-hanging fruit. I see a little bit of Jaylen Brown, but with the body control and the flexibility, I see a little bit of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Just a tad, just a sprinkle.
A bigger version of SGA.
I'm saying that.
I
don't think he's bigger.
As a driver with his body control, that's what I see. That's what I see with his ability to get low and get to the rim, with his ability to rise up from the mid range, with his ability. Because, for example, he uses this like change of pace where he's trying to get to the mid range, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna create that little bit of space, and then I'm gonna rise up, and it's gonna be really hard for you to contest. I see that level of body control and driving from him. Now, do I think he's going to be a one-on-one player comparison to SGA as a scorer? No, but I see a sprinkle of that helps him kind of elevate past that Jaylen Brown comparison, to where, perfect case scenario, you can see this guy giving me 28, 29, 30 a game if everything goes well. If you continue that mid-range scoring that he does possess, because having a really good wingspan and a really good elevation on your jump shot to be able to get those shots off consistently versus anybody is something that you can build on. And if that reaches the level that you want to see from him, he's going to be a really tough player to stop. Like, when people say, no, AJ's the guy, I don't have much pushback, especially not as much as I did before the collegiate season started, because you saw the growth. You saw the growth from him as the season went along. He got much better with his handle. His shot creation got much better. I mean, you don't average, 25 points per game at the collegiate level and just be like, oh yeah, it's not there. Like, yeah, I think, because it's like, and trust me, I've made like 4 different big boards, and all 3 of these guys had a moment at my number 1 spot, because I haven't gotten a chance to give Cam his flowers, but he's a phenomenal player too. Like, I still don't know who's number 1. Like, as I'm talking about AJ, I could be convincing myself as we speak, but I plan to.
I like the SGA. I like the SGA comp. In fact, his trainer is a really big fan of SGA. Studies him a lot. So I'm guaranteeing you, he's been putting pieces and bits and showing him a lot of SGA. And whether or not he will become a taller Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, believe me, he's seen all the clips and all the work to get there. I see a little bit of that Jaylen Brown stuff, midi isolation scorer. I see bits and pieces of OKC Paul George. Like that's the best version of this. The worst version of this is taller RJ Barrett with a better pull-up jump shot, which honestly is probably an all-star anyway.
Yeah,
so I'm pretty much saying like,
game guy.
Yeah, like if there's one player,
it would be a disappointment.
If there's one player that I would bet my life will make an all-star team, it's this guy. That's like the worst case scenario of this is he's still making like 3 all-star teams and he's like considered a bust. So,
Swiper, who do you have going number 1?
Yeah, I think it's AJ. I said AJ about a month ago. I think he is the most surefire, safest pick there, and he's also like has the highest upside. Somebody in the chat I wanted to say before somebody started going on another little bit of a run, said that he has the ability to be like a great like engine, like an offensive engine. Double Agent said DP is a scalable engine, AJ is a scalable pressure creator, and I guess when you think about guards, you think about like the size that is required. Like you have a lot of really, really elite guards, but the NBA typically has always been about if you got a 6'8", 6'7", 6'9" wing that can dribble, pass, shoot, and they're explosive, that typically causes the most problems in the league historically. And so I think AJ, like especially coupled next to what they have already, they're going to be big, they're going to be athletic. You put AJ next to Sarr, obviously still got Keyshawn George, they still have Trey Johnson, Bub Carrington. Like they still have a lot of players, I think, that can do a lot of really interesting things or whatever. So I'm excited. Like I personally think it's going to be AJ pretty like easily and quickly.
You take AJ and you have a 3 through 5 with like really good length. I don't know what they're gonna do with Anthony Davis. I'm not gonna lie, but
we starting him at the 4. That's what we're doing. Anthony Davis ain't going nowhere. We starting him at the 4. Alex at the 5, and AJ at the 3. That's what we're doing.
The Warriors finna go snag him.
That's exactly what we're doing.
They look Washington. I got the
AJ at the 3. We're starting Anthony Davis at the 4, and we're starting Alex Sarr at the 5. That's what we're doing in our front line in Washington.
Man, what you gonna do with Keyshawn George? Chill, Keyshawn George. Keyshawn George will play.
Keyshawn George will play. Keyshawn George will play.
He has to play.
He can play the 2.
No, you got to show.
But y'all, we got it.
He's a 4.
Fellas, I'm about to bring it back to the draft. We'll have an episode this offseason where we talk specifically about the Washington Wizards. We're going to do 30 teams in 30 days, and we are going to break down. What, you want to be there for the Washington episode?
I need to be there for all of them.
All right. But we'll get into that, though. We'll talk about all 30 teams. We'll break down everything. What I'm saying, though, fellas, is as of right now, it looks like Swipe is taking AJ. I know Pinn's taking AJ. Damian just said he's taking AJ. Chill said with the number 1 pick for the Washington Wizards, AJ DeBanter will be picked. I'm taking AJ. John D, you're the lone person. You're the lone person. But we got AJ going number 1 to the Washington Wizards.
You don't have to concede. You could just take Darren. We'll still take AJ
really do that
because it's 5.
Oh, no. But this is the thing.
We could just be wrong.
We'll take AJ.
You said you wanted more haters.
But trust me. My flag is planted. Y'all know where I stand when it comes to this.
Then stand there.
I chose my side. So
we got 13 more picks, Ron.
Yeah. Well, 14.
But this is the problem, though. When I haven't been here for so long, I got. It's like I've been running in place for months. I can't just stop.
No, it ain't you. You ain't the issue. Ron's the issue. Why
am I the issue?
He's the host. You're the host. Got 13 more picks. Go ahead. Get to number 2. Let's get to number 2.
You want it to be done? Like should we be done?
Oh, I want to get to the ones we know that actually are debates. These aren't debates. The first 3 are not debates.
Yes, they are debates.
They're not debates.
We've been debating.
We know who's going in the top 3.
Just move yourself down so Swipe can host.
Plus, it's important too, JD. It's important for JD.
When we get to 5,
we love Ron.
The draft. This is like
JD is necessary for me.
Ron, you're an NFL fan. The draft starts. There are some years the draft don't start till pick 5. Because you know who the first 4 are, and we know who the first 4 are.
This is true.
This is the first. We know who the first 4 are,
and everyone else knows these players too. Yeah,
I'd be willing to bet these 4 are going in order. The consensus order. These 4 are going to go in order. I'm be willing to bet good money on that.
All righty.
All right. Well, Number 2 pick, we have the Utah Jazz. Fellas, who are we taking here? AJ DeBanter's already off the board. Damian, I'm going to start with you. Who you got?
With the number 2 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Darren Peterson from the University of Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's another guy, Ron, where if he's there at number 2, I just can't say no to taking him. I mean, we outlined just what his gifts are. I went back and watched the matchup against AJ. It's just the 3-level scoring stuff. I think he has I think just for all the gifts he has as well, he's actually got a little bit of an underrated processing IQ out there as well. Like he can be a team where he can be the engine. I think his frame's fine. I think he's gonna. Yeah, I think he's just gonna be a powerful guy to stop. I think the floor for him is also an all-star, similar to AJ. To Penn's point, there's just going to be so much here. I did think that there was a few of those red flags, but I think ultimately what his goal was the NBA draft, was to show what he could do a little bit in college, and the NBA draft was the North Star, and he did enough to show what he could do. And then I think it was a bit of player protection from his representation and his management and things of that nature. So I think that when he gets to the next level, all the shackles will be gone, and you'll see this guy from day one really make a difference for the Utah Jazz. I think the Utah Jazz are going to take him, man, at number 2.
I think that injury history thing, I think that's an aberration. I don't think that that's something that's legit. We getting off that creatine. I think he's the next iteration after guys like Anthony Edwards, VJ Edgecombe, like Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, the next great 2 guards in the game. Like VJ Edgecombe, I think he's going to be in that. I think he's going to be in that space, and I think he's their starting 2 guard day 1. I think it's him and Keontae George in the backcourt.
He's gonna be.
I don't know. I think in the future, Keontae, Darren, and Ace Bailey, that's gonna be a really tough trio to guard.
I like what's so funny?
That's a bunch of size and shot making. That's what I see.
Your co-host said that Isaiah Collier was better than Keontae. He noticed he didn't bring him up. So shout out to Keontae George and the rise that he's been on. Everybody's on the other side of the bandwagon now. I'm not going to forget that. I'm not going to forget that.
Swiper's not a good human. Like there's some bad humans. Swiper's not a good human. He is not.
I'm never going to let that go.
Swiper's not a good human. No, he is.
Utah Jazz are about to be stacked, and they're going to be an elite team at some point in time. They're going to be very good next year. They're going to put Lauri Markkanen right back where he was when he played for the Chicago Bulls or the Cleveland Cavaliers, when he played the small forward, and then JJJ obviously, and then Walker Kessler. They're going to be very nice, and the fact that they have 2 uber explosive wings in AJ and also having Ace Bailey, they're going to be an absolute nightmare to play.
Ron, I'm saying it right here
years
today.
From now.
I'm going to say it today. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, when they get to be about 23, 24, 25, like in that area, they're going to be an absolute nightmare to guard. That is going to be a horrible team to guard. And then Keontae obviously doing what he's doing, that is going to be a horrible team to guard. I think that to me is like a easy pick. The only question is, does he want to stay in Utah and want to live near Provo, Utah?
Hey, I promise you, and this might sound crazy to you guys, when the Jazz are good, Salt Lake City is not a bad place to be. I promise y'all that. It is not a bad place to be. And I'm going to say it right here, Ron. I'm going to say it right here today. I said this to you last year, and you actually roasted me for it when I told you that I had the Trailblazers playing their way into the playoffs. I got Utah playing their way into the playoffs next year.
Oh boy, yeah, I could see that.
I got Utah playing their way into the playoffs.
And then they got maybe the sleepiest 40-point score in the league on the bench as well.
I got Utah playing their way into the playoffs next year.
What's Darren Peterson's best position, by the way?
I think he's a 2-guard.
2-guard, yeah.
I think he's like a stereotypical combo guard.
Yeah, shout out to Bryce Sensabaugh as well.
I haven't seen enough of him at point. So I don't know. Maybe it could be point. He could be a big point guard. I just haven't seen enough of him playmaking and doing all of that. So I don't know. The only thing I know him as a shooting guard. But I also do want to say this though. I do want to say this about Darren. I know everybody's real high on him. I know the Kool-Aid tastes good, looks good, feels good. There's a world, and I think that, but I don't think it's like, oh, there's a small chance. I actually think it's a pretty big chance that, and I'm not going to say 50-50, but I think it's like 65-35. 65 where, he's good, and then like 20% of that 65 where he's out of this world, a superstar. But it's like a 35% chance where we could get like a Ben McLemore with him.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Man,
I
It's-
mean, we can
it's-
say that about anybody in this draft.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not. You can't say that it's crazy to say that. Penn, I know this is your. Penn, I know this is one of your guys.
Ben
It is-
McLemore had
No.
none
Was
of the
like
skills
that.
though. No,
First
he had
of
none
all,
of the he had none
Darren
of the skills
Peterson,
that
you
Darren
were
has,
up
though.
here telling me Darren Peterson was better than AJ DeMasso like about a year and a half ago. So actually, this is
Them
your
niggas
guy.
could both be bust.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
I gotta do with anything.
As you know, I'm not trying to go off the deep end. There is a virtually 1% chance that he becomes Ben McLemore. When you say 35%, I think you're on crack. Okay, first of all. Second of all, I'm trying to be nice about this. There's no player in the top 3 who has more avenues to superstardom than this guy. By more avenues, I mean this. He is the most complete basketball player in this group. He has the fewest weaknesses.
More than AJ?
He is a more complete basketball player
More
than
than
AJ
Caleb?
DeMasso. Yes, he's a more complete basketball. I'm gonna say it. He's the most complete basketball player in this draft as a freshman. I don't know if we're talking seniors. There are some guys who have some tantalizing developed skills. He is a really good playmaker at the high school level. We didn't see it in Kansas, but he's a really good playmaker. We have seen flashes of lockdown defense. I don't mean, he's good. He's a good defender for a star. I mean, like, he could be like legit a second team all NBA defender. Like, if he didn't have the offense, you'd be talking about him as a lockdown 3-and-D wing. There's the 3-point shooting. It is some of the better form mechanic 3-point shooting, the quickest release, deep, right? And from anywhere. And without hesitation, he pulls it. And in a variety of ways. We talk about shooters as this is a catch and shoot guy. This is a pull-up guy. This is an everything guy. This is a guy who can come off of screens. This is a guy who works off the ball. And honestly, I think people are going to look really stupid for the stuff that they're saying about him right now. I really do believe it. If you get this guy into a room and you feel like there is a legit character red flag, I can understand you taking Cam. I can understand you taking Cam Boozer or AJ DeMasso. But if you get this guy into the room and just say, you know what, 20 games, I'm not judging you off 20 games. I have 65 plus games on Synergy of high school basketball and AAU shit for you. And I'm going to trust the bulk of what happened last season was just Kansas.
Penn, the
Kansas
NBA isn't AAU.
And Penn,
I know you guys love to run to AAU highlights and stuff like that. The NBA is not AAU. And
relatively speaking, it's a long time.
Chill, and that's cool. But you know what's the difference between the NBA and
Chad,
AAU?
we're through picks in.
And even with him being, let's say he goes to a situation, let's say the Utah Jazz just put the ball in his hands from day one. That's cool. But you know what? In AAU, you got the green light no matter whether you're making shots, missing shots on one leg or whatever the case is. In the NBA, you have a 2-year span to get it right. And really, you got a year and a half to get it right. If not, that ball's not going to be in your hands. So he's going to have to come out and hit shots from day one, which I'm not saying he can't. But what if he's not making those shots? How special and how valuable is he? And Penn, that's why I'm disagreeing with you. Well, I kind of agree to you where you say he has the most past the stardom, but that's why I also agree he has the most past the bust, because his biggest thing is shot making. When you think Darren Peterson, it's, oh my God, flare screens. Oh my God, 2 dribble pull-ups. Oh my God, he's making logo threes. When that's not if that's not happening, buddy, you're gonna be an 8th or 9th man.
Okay,
Darren creates really good looks for himself on and off the ball. Like,
no, I get that. But what if you don't? But what if you don't make them? It's not about the creation. The creation's there for him. It's all about making the shot. I don't think he gets to the hoop like that. Like AJ, I don't have that concern with AJ. If AJ only turns out to be a 33% 3-point shooter, the thing with AJ is he can post you. The thing about AJ is he's going to get to the hoop. The thing about him is he's just such a big wing that he's going to affect the game with just his size in general. Cam Boozer, he actually is a shooter, so he's going to stretch the floor, he's going to rebound, and he's going to make good passes. His floor actually, I think, is just a solid starter. At worst. But I'm saying, like, Darren, if you're not making shots, if you're that caliber player and you're not making shots, it's gonna be ugly for you.
Hey, Penn, can we move? We probably need to move because I have an argument for 5 that I think is very salient.
I love to get to that because that's when
I've been here consistently, and you will get cooked again on your first day back, obviously, because you're going to pick somebody else. But when we get to 5, I think this is where the conversation comes up. Shout out to
Sure,
Yo, he's
sure,
coming into my front yard.
So how about this, Ron? So how about this, Ron? With the number 3 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Cameron Boozer from Duke University.
There we go.
Ron, is this simply a case, Ron, of like he's in the wrong draft? And he would have been a number 1 overall in like most drafts in the last 20 years. He's just in the wrong year.
I don't think in the last 20 years.
No.
I think like from
He would have
10
got
years
number 1
from,
over Zach Risache, I'll tell you that.
from 10 years ago and beyond, it would have been something like that.
Kingston Fleming would have won number 1.
That's true. Actually, he's not
But
like.
I mean, shit, Cam ain't going number 1 in 25 or 23. Shit,
He's not going.
I seen the steam train for Cam.
You can make an argument
really,
for 22.
really picking up the last sort of few weeks for Cam. The train is coming, man. With Cam, I've seen a lot of people like, is this a lot of honestly questioning whether this is the best player in the draft, and I can see why, man. Like,
and out of college group, so Zachary Risache, we agree, but out of college, Paolo, Cade, Anthony Edwards.
Cam does not go before Paolo. No, he doesn't.
I think there's a real argument he can go before Paolo.
What?
I think
Paolo almost didn't go first in his own draft. What are we doing here? He's so much better than Paolo.
And remember, Paolo was debatable.
Oh my God! See, here we go. No, let's go to another year. Let's go to another year because.
But John D. Remember Paolo to Finn's point. Paolo was a late number 1 overall. Like find out there was a wide debate going into that draft of who's going to be number 1. Yeah. Cade Cunningham out of Oklahoma State, as good as he was, I don't know if he was better at Oklahoma State than Cam Boozer is. That's the next
not
thing.
Even close.
And then 2020, Anthony Edwards was nowhere near as polished as Boozer was.
Over the last few years, over the last handful of years, Zion Williamson and Anthony Davis, those are the players that you can put in the how good were they in college with Cam Boozer.
Sure.
This is a guy who carried one of the largest loads in the country. This is a franchise cornerstone type of guy who does it all. He could shoot. Mm-hmm. If you have concerns about the defense in space, I do too. If you have concerns about the post defense, because he's not a conventionally large human being in terms of length and wingspan and all that stuff, I get it. But his post offense playmaking, right, which is, what's made Jokic such a superstar, his spot up jump shooting, his rebounding, which is always the 1-to-1 comparison, and just his overall like unquantifiable feel for the game, like how he sees the court is, I don't want to say point guard adjacent, but it's very point forward adjacent.
I got something that's going to matter to you. Okay, why Cam Boozer might need to go number 1 overall. Pin, are you ready?
Sure.
SJ was born July 10th. Did you know that Cam Boozer was born on July 18th? We have the same exact birthday, Pin. He might need to move up. July babies in that range, man, they become great players.
I was about to tell you you're crazy, but you know what? Last year, Carter Bryant was born on the same day as me, and I was like, you know what? This is my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can't hear you, Rob.
We try to do a real big board, and y'all talking about zodiac signs. You know what? just to get us back on track, fellas. I'm gonna take us to Splash Sports. This should, wash out all the nonsense that we've heard in the first hour of the show. This should get us back on track, and this should get everybody to lock in because we're talking about the NBA draft today. And you know what? Splash Sports has this new game. And it's a free game where they're doing NBA draft predictions. Yes, an NBA draft prediction game. And we want to see if you can predict the draft more accurately than us. And you can compete against us. And the cool thing about it is the link is in the bio right now. Click the link in the bio, compete against us, and see if you can out-predict us in the draft more accurately. You see, you pick your projections for the NBA draft, who goes where and in what order, and the most accurate picks wins. Everyone's on the leaderboard, including us. There's a total of $5,000+ in total prizes. And we have NBA Topps trading card packs that are up for grabs. Remember, it is free to enter, no cash, no cost, no catch. This should be fun, y'all. Let's go in here. Let's fill up this contest. I want to see who really knows ball. I want to see who really knows draft. I want to see who really got it. And the person that comes on top of this leaderboard, I need you to come on the show and tell us why you knew what you knew about how you knew it and when you knew it and why you knew it. But don't forget that Splash Sports has the best DFS game on the market, the highest multipliers, the best props, and the most value. If you are not playing Splash Sports or haven't downloaded yet, you're leaving money on the table. Now remember, users, when you use code CHOICE, you get a 100% deposit match up to $50. And you get 100% quick picks boosts. That's code CHOICE, CHOICE, code CHOICE. We will see you guys in the winner's circle. Oh, and as for tonight, the picks that I'm using, I'm going to take none other than the women's basketball player that descended to us from the sky above. Her name is Angel. Her last name is Reese's Pieces, and she plays for the Atlanta Dream, number 5. And yeah, I am going to take the rebounds. But I'm not just going to take the rebounds. I'm going to take the points, the rebounds, and assists at 29.5. I'm going more with Angel Reese. Remember, splashsports.com/NBA draft. It's in the description. You will compete against us to see who makes the best draft predictions. It's free to enter, but you will leave with a prize if you know what you're talking about. Use code CHOICE, 100% deposit match, 100% quick picks boost, and take Angel Reese tonight just like me for multiple reasons. All right, y'all. We back at it. We back in the winner's circle. Let's get to it, fellas.
Mm-hmm. Zodiac signs. Get the fuck out of here. For drafting dudes. No, we ain't doing that. Hell no.
So I went back and watched some Boozer stuff. Oh, and it's fitting that Mars is here.
Somebody heard the Cam Boozer slander and decided,
the Cam Boozer slander. Hell yeah. It was terrible. Hello, guys.
Kicking me off for like 2 minutes. That's some real Scorpio shit, Ron.
I was gonna say I went back and was watching some of the Boozer stuff, and I think that there's a case to be made that maybe he was used in the most variety rather than the other two top picks. I think he's NBA. Like, there's a case to be made that he's maybe the most sort of like NBA ready today in terms of like, I think he can plug into a lot of different teams, do a lot of different things, be the hub from the post and things. The rebounding chill, I know you love it. I think that translates as well. But
him and
like
Zach
for me, it's the elite burst and the vertical pop that obviously a lot of people are talking about, right? But I think over the course of time, he just feels like an NBA player. Like, Penn, I think in terms of feel, you mentioned feel. Is he the best player in this draft for feel?
I think he's the second best field player in this draft.
After behind Bennett.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know Penn well enough.
Chill.
Yes, sir.
You have the controls. Put the banner up, please.
Put what banner up?
The one that comes across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, because Ron is just, I have no idea what he's doing.
I don't. I don't see that.
You just go to the media.
I got you.
Oh my God!
Please get the banner up.
I'm looking right now. The banner. Hold on. What are we doing?
There you go.
Good work.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, now we can get back to the show. Who's hosting today? So are we going back to the?
It's Ron. Ron is. See, this is what I'm talking about. So anyway, as you were saying, Damien. So I love the rebound. He reminds me a lot of his father. That's who he reminds me of. He reminds me a lot of his father. I don't love the athleticism, but I love the dirty work stuff. I love the upside on his ability to finish around the rim. Mars and I had a conversation. Mars kind of shut me down with his inability to knock down the mid-range because he doesn't shoot the mid-range a lot, but I did see him shoot the mid-range. He might not have shot it a lot, but I did see him shoot the mid-range, and I think that there's some upside there. So I do like that from that aspect. So of these guys that Ron talks about, there's one of these guys that's not going to pan out. If it's one of them that I'm thinking about, it's probably him, and I'm just worried about the athleticism more than anything.
But isn't strength part of athleticism?
I think so, sure.
Like, he embraces physicality at a really high level, which I appreciate. I think the mid-range scoring just came down to separation. He couldn't draw separation, but honestly, like, I think some of these issues are going to go away at the NBA level when he plays with more talented players. Like, you could argue between him, I would say him, Ibuka, Corey, like, maybe, like, there's like 3 players in college basketball who had, like, they were their team's everything. He was his team's everything in a lot of ways. You know, they went as he went, and they went really far on the backs of a freshman, right? Who, you know, according to some people, is just not a good athlete. I keep hearing people say like, yeah, but at the next level, but it's like, we've been hearing that since high school, right? But at the next level, he won't be as big. The next level, he carves out like really interesting angles. He's got like he's got a really good rhythm for his passing, which I think is more important than just flashy passes or accurate passes. He has a good understanding of like when and where to throw things. So, and I think the physicality, like, you can't teach that. There's some people who are contact averse. He's not. So I appreciate that about him. So yeah, I mean, you'll need to insulate him a little bit. He's not going to be like, he doesn't exactly have a clear defensive role, but he's smart enough that I'm positive that he's large enough and smart enough that he's not going to be a defensive liability at the next level.
All right, fellas. Well, we got Cam Boozer at third. So for those of you who are just tapping in, Mars, we got AJ DeBance at 1, Darren Peterson at 2, Cam Boozer at 3. At 4, this one's pretty easy for everybody.
Yep.
With the 4th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Caleb Wilson from the University of North Carolina. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're drafting the right tackle out of Wisconsin for this pick. This is exactly what this is. That's the same kind of pick. But yeah, shout out. He's going to be a good player. I think he's going to be a really good defensive player. I think he's going to work really well with the Bulls. Yeah, like it's like a we all knew this was coming. Just the best available. He's a really good player. He's going to be next to Josh Giddey, next to Matas. Like, they're going to be really good. And then we kind of move on. Like I said, the draft starts now. The top four. This is how the 4 is going to go. But the draft starts now. This is where the minds come together to talk about what happens next. Like, great top 4 though. Great top 4. Great top 4.
All right, well, let's get into it.
This
number
is
5
pick.
pick.
Trade could happen.
We're just
Los Angeles Clippers.
With the number 5 pick.
We gonna keep it pushing. Hey,
just let the people know who they got at the 4th pick. Like, my God,
they don't want to talk about Caleb Wilson. They don't. They don't want to know how good Caleb's going to be. You know, Penn, it's been me trying to push this line all year. Oh, Ron, shut up. You don't know ball. Rah, 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 rah. So,
freak athlete, great defensive playmaker, great transition player, incredible finisher, great defensive tools.
Solid touch, too.
Really good feel and playmaking. Questionable 3-point shooter. Questionable. And ball handling under pressure fell apart really quickly. So, but, you know, he needs to put on some strength. But chill. If you tell me in 5 years this was the best player in this draft, I'm not that surprised. The potential is really high because he has good post moves. And that thing I said about contact, he likes contact too. Yeah, he initiates quite a bit of it. So I think the frame is there. Like, I think he's going to be better than Chris Bosh.
I was about that. My question to Mars, in 5 years, is he a better player than Evan Mobley?
Say that question one more time.
In 5 years,
5 years
today is 2026 and 2031. Are we having an Evan Mobley, Caleb Wilson conversation?
Was 29-year-old Evan Mobley?
29-year-old Evan Mobley. He's, by the way,
I think Caleb has that type of ceiling. I mean, when you look at the athleticism, the transition play, I really do think he has solid touch around the rim, with just getting there and being able to finish. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
I think he'll be better offensively than Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think he'll be better than Evan Mobley. But I'm also like relatively high on Evan Mobley, I guess.
Is it the athleticism that's swaying you?
They're both athletic.
I think he's just better offensively. I think Evan Mobley, I don't want to say lacks coordination, but
it does look gangly. It does. It look
yeah,
gangly.
I buy the mid-range stuff from Caleb Wilson that I saw this year. As like a real part of his game. That's something that Evan Mobley just hasn't shown in any capacity. He also is just better around the rim. Even if I have my reservations with like his below the rim finishing, but he's above the rim so much that it doesn't really make a difference to me. And I don't think he really needs a 3-point shot to be better than Evan Mobley offensively, especially when Evan Mobley's 3-point shot is a question mark in and of itself.
Has improved. It's gotten better.
Sure, yeah.
Mhm.
I do have the reservations with him as like a ball handler and whatnot, but I'm on the side of I'm not really asking my power forward to dribble. So
As much.
yeah, it's like that's kind of just a bonus if he adds that. He's also a good offensive rebounder, which I think helps. So yeah, I think he'll be better offensively than Evan Mobley, but I don't know if I think he'll be better overall because I don't see him being personally in 5 years being the level of defender that I think Evan Mobley will be in 5 years.
I think a lot of the Caleb Wilson defense stuff is based on a lot of upside. Like, I don't think he's as good as what people are projecting him to be on the defensive side of the ball. I just don't think he's shown it consistently. Like, yeah, he has the tools, he has the athleticism, the speed, the wingspan. He has the tools to be a really good defender in this league. I just have not seen him put it together as consistently. But the offensive side of the ball, I do think there is some real upside to what he can do. Like Mars said, the mid-range stuff was there, the rim finishing was there, the transition play was there. The rebounding has been really crucial for him. So it is tough to say that he'll be as good as Mobley on the defensive side of the ball because Mobley's one of the 5 to 10 best defenders in the league. I don't think that's a really high bar to put on any prospect coming into the draft. But
who does he remind you of defensively? Does he remind you a little bit of McDaniels?
McDaniels? I don't know because I don't think the point of attack stuff is really there. No. Like I think the rebounding, the roaming, the ability to meet someone at the rim. I think
he can guard on the ball though. I think when he gets to the league, I think that might be one of his calling cards. It's like threes and big wings. I could see him. I could see them being like, "Yo, go get him." I can see it just with the length and stuff like that.
Biggest project out of the big 4, I think.
It's kind of concerning when the oldest of the group is also the biggest project of the group, but it's the 4th pick. So.
But that's also my thing too. And you guys know I'm real high, and I'm gonna make this short because I do want to get to this number 5 pick. I know Swiper is sweating right now, and he has to get to this pick. But I just want to say, like, I don't think yes, he's a project, and all of these guys are projects. I don't think he's as much of a project as people are making him out to be. If you watch him, I just think people are looking past his skill just because they see a skinny athletic guy. No, this dude is uberly skilled.
That game they played against Duke, right? Because that was kind of like his. I'm not gonna say it was his best game of the year, but it was his game. Match. It was his biggest matchup of the year. And he dominated that. I'm not even gonna say he dominated the first half of that game, and they ultimately won. And a lot of it was on mid-range jump shots.
Yeah,
it wasn't on raw athleticism. He was making over-the-top shots with ease in that game. That's kind of the vision with him. It's like the athleticism plus we can do this in the mid-range. And I think people sleep on how viable and feasible that is, like from the jump, in my opinion. Anyway,
he would clearly be the number 1 pick in that Zach Reese draft. I just want to say, like,
we're gonna get to our pick 8 saying that on this draft. Like,
he reminds me a little bit of Pascal Siakam. Like,
see that.
There's elements of it, and especially with the mid-range stuff.
Much more athletic. Like imagine Pascal with more.
Pascal was a really good athlete like a few years back, but you're still right.
So Pascal with more explosive athleticism, like a little bit more vertical pop, and Pascal was a hell of a defender for like the first few years. He kind of fell off a little bit later. Now he's picked it up again with Indiana. And I think Indiana's success last year should make teams very comfortable about Caleb Wilson being like a building block because a lot of the same elements that Siakam brought.
I want to see.
You're trying to build. Look, when Chicago went,
I like him in Chicago, man.
When Chicago, you know what? That's the funny thing. It's the perfect fit for him in Chicago. The way they want to play.
Josh Giddey about to average 12 assists playing with him and Raptors. I ain't gonna lie.
That transition gonna be fire. That transition.
If they play fast, I think they're gonna suck, but they're gonna be fun to watch.
It'll be a good sub.
Hey, John, we got to pull up to a couple of Chicago games this year.
What did John? We just ignore what John D just said?
No, I just heard him pause.
No, Ron. I said we gonna pull up to a couple of. We is pulling up to a couple.
That's
of
crazy.
Games.
You said that. You said that as I was saying we got to pull up to. That's crazy.
I'm actually going to. I'm coming to Chicago.
Yeah, I'm pulling up. I haven't bought a Bulls ticket in 2 years. I just go to Milwaukee.
I'm 100% pulling up to the Chicago Bulls arena
Chill,
this year.
chill. Let me
that
know.
wasn't a good watch either.
Shit, we damn near need a PC, but damn, it'd be cold as hell in Chicago, and we got to go to a
Oh,
later
man,
game.
what up,
We got to go to a March game. You know?
Hey, I got a booster. He give out the best coats, boy. Come on.
All right, bet.
I got a booster.
Who has the number 5 pick in the draft?
Hey, chill. I do just want to say once again, as we already know, Summer League is right around the corner. I cannot wait to see these top 4 guys in Summer League.
No, we're not doing that, Ron.
It's one of them.
Why we're not doing that, Ron? No, we're not doing that because we saw Zion in the Summer League, right? We saw Brandon Miller in the Summer League, and Brandon Miller did not look particularly great in the Summer League. But we knew that once he got with LaMelo Ball, that it was going to look.
Not everybody knew that. Not everybody knew that.
Wemby looked like you could blow him over with the leaf blower.
Wemby's gonna be a bust talks, man.
It's what I'm talking about. What are we doing?
Hey, chill. I'm still excited to see. I want to see who gets busy in Summer League.
It's gonna be so nasty.
I want to see Darren Peterson.
Real sickos, man. I like that.
Hey, because chill. Here's the thing: if Darren Peterson go off for 37 his first game and make 7 threes.
I'll be here Monday morning.
But either way it goes, I can't wait. But let's go ahead and get into it. At number 5, the guys, we have the Los Angeles Clippers.
With the number 5 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Los Angeles Clippers select
Michael Brown,
Darius Acuff.
Ooh. All right,
from the University of Arkansas.
We gonna go around the room because I'm assuming everybody has a different selection right here. So chill. You have Darius Acuff?
I do have Darius Acuff. I think.
All right, Swipe it. Since I know you have Darius Acuff, or I don't know who you have, but can you tell us who you have and why you have them?
Yeah, I think people are doing this thing, which is cool. Like, they have Darius Garland. And, Darius is a small player, another non-defensive player. I mean this respectfully to Darius because everyone knows how I feel about Darius at the best. I think he's a very good all-NBA level guard.
Okay.
Like,
you about to say
player.
something.
Darius Garland played like 4 games at Vanderbilt, maybe 4, maybe 5. Like, didn't play a lot of games. Like, dealt with some stuff. Darius couldn't sniff. I'm talking sniff Darius Acuff. Sniff Darius Acuff talent-wise. Sniff. I think people are missing. I
don't agree with this.
I think people are missing. They're missing. This dude is a generationally great freshman scorer. Like I don't think people realize how good of a scorer he was. Like whatever the best guard scoring season, especially as a jump shooter that you can think about in recent years. Like that's what Acuff has been. Like legitimately
was he better than
carrying.
Was he better than Mahmoud coming out of college as a scorer?
God damn, we're going back to 1992.
35 years ago. He's going 35
chill.
years
Come on,
ago.
dog. Come on. Come on.
I was 2 years old.
Come on, chill.
He said generational scorer as a
I want
freshman.
people to remember. He
said in recent years.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, but
years.
he put the ball in the hoop, but he not messing with Chris
You hear me
Jackson.
talking about Acuff? Shut up. Everybody shut up. This is my turn. I'm talking about my dude. Shut up.
Quiet.
Y'all are acting funny about Acuff until he got to the SEC tournament, John D. No, John D, come back.
Yeah, bring your ass back, John.
Were people not acting weird about Acuff prior to he finally got to the SEC tournament and he went crazy. And everybody's like, damn, he's kind of good. The dude went into the tourney, was putting up 50, 40, 90 down there. Chill.
Swiper, you
the dude is a kid. He's a child.
Are you saying that you talking about this dude like this all year? Is that what you're saying?
He has been pushing.
He has been high.
He's 6'2.5", chill, and they were telling you he was gonna be 6 feet tall.
Okay,
he is not little. He is big.
That's still no Swiper. That's still little in the NBA. In the NBA,
to be fair, his measurements were definitely. He came out better than he went in.
No, for sure, but it's not.
He got like a 6'6" arm span. That's
Swiper. I get that.
He came out bigger than Kingston Flemings, for example.
No, for sure. Well, they're both little though. Like yes, he's bigger than what we thought.
Yeah.
He's bigger than what we thought.
Only one got the little tag the whole year. That's
for sure. I don't think with Kingston. I don't think you have to. I think we all know. We know he's little. So we don't have to say he's little because we know he's little.
And just to be clear, Johnny Flynn, the Steph Curry draft, Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio and Steph Curry, they were all little. They're all little guards or whatever, but they all did elite things out of college. Steph Curry obviously was Steph Curry because of what? His shooting and his overall. I think people are like, if you haven't watched Darius Acuff, in terms of on the ball as a scorer, you're not going to find many guards that you've seen be this good coming out of the draft and not be considered a top 3, top 4 level pick. I think the size is an issue, the defense is an issue, but you know what, John D? I believe I can teach defense.
I don't care about that size shit.
Real quick, because I kind of want to like
with the defensive comments that he had.
Hold up, right quick. Hold up, John. Let Damian go, and then John, you respond to Swiper.
Swiper, were you concerned with any of the comments he had on like Dre's part? Because to me, there was like a few red flags there for him.
No, because
I know it's immaturity. I know some of it's immaturity.
What
That's
were
fine.
the red flags?
I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
About his off-ball defense?
He just said he didn't. But he basically just said he didn't.
I guard my position.
Well, he said he wants to guard point guards.
All right.
I think I'd rather him guard
my job.
But this is, and by the way,
it's not like he's not going to guard threes in the league.
Chill knows this because this is the way the league works. The league you can be funny on some things. Like the league is funny on like certain comments that players they make and blah blah blah. I want to drop a kid. This isn't a character issue. This is real. This is as simple as he doesn't know NBA defense yet. And to Marge's point, he said he wants to guard his position, which is perfectly fine. Brunson don't guard anything but guards.
Sure.
He didn't guard anybody but point guard.
He was guarding Champagne.
No. Champagne.
That's not true.
No, he doesn't. Respectfully.
Primary matchup isn't guards, but he's willing to guard wings. He's willing to take a charge.
Willing to, but can you be willing to take charges? Can you be willing? But Brunson's also 29 years old.
Look,
I think that
everything.
But that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to communicate. That's what I'm trying to communicate to the audience.
Coming into the league.
There's a 10-year difference between what Brunson was coming out of Philly and what he is right now. There's a 10-year difference.
Okay, I you know what? One of the things is that we can all get a little bit of tunnel vision with our guy. Sure. I mean, I was up here saying 2 years ago I would have taken AJ DeMasso over like every player since like Jesus Christ. Okay, so I mean, like I understand tunnel vision can happen. I want you, Swipers, because you're the guy who's highest on Darius Acuff. I want you to name me another player, another point guard who was worse defensively than Darius Acuff and went top 8 in the NBA draft and has had any modicum of success. And if you say Trae Young, you are wrong.
Watch this. And tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
How far are we going? Yeah, how far?
Go back 20 years.
I'll go to
2016.
Okay. I'll go to 2016 because I remember specifically
the 2016 draft.
I remember when he fell, they said his side-to-side speed was garbage.
You talking about Jamal?
Yes. He wasn't. Jamal was
Jamal Murray was way better than him.
No, but cool. You can say Jamal.
I'm saying worse than him. I'm saying worse than him.
But I'm saying, like, okay, that's fine. That's fine, Penn. I'm saying that like Jamal Murray was not considered. He was considered a negative defender coming out of college. All the offensive stuff was good.
Is he worse than Darius Acuff? I just want you to name one player worse than Darius Acuff. I'm giving you 20 drafts. It shouldn't be that hard.
What's the name? His guy, Mars, your guy, from Kentucky with the Phoenix, bro.
Tyler Ulis?
Yeah, Tyler Ulis. There you go. That's Tyler Ulis.
Tyler Ulis
worst defender.
He went top 8.
Worst defense.
No, Tyler Ulis went late.
So that's the second part of it. Top 8. Top 8.
Rob Dillingham went 8. Rob Dillingham just went 8. He just went 8. And by the way,
he just fried you.
He's way better than Rob Dillingham ever thought he could be. Way better.
I see Stephon Marbury as a
player, yes. And by the way, we've all acknowledged that Rob Dillingham draft was like the worst draft ever, right? Like we know that. So I mean, like you're my point is he's not bad defensively. He is just not there defensively. He dies on screens. He does not compete.
So did Keontae coming out.
He does not close out. He's undisciplined.
Keontae still sucks on defense today.
He's not bad defensively.
I don't care.
You're 5-on-4 defensely. So
we know you don't care.
You can still get a manageable defense with these people. I think for me, can you participate?
I don't think you can win a championship with a player who doesn't play defense.
Well, I don't think he's going to spend 10 years not playing defense.
That is we got to flush that. We got to flush that down the drain. Jalen Brunson just
Jalen Brunson plays defense.
We got the once you win, this is what happens. You go from you're a bad defender, but then when you win, it's like you're bad, but you try. That's where we're at. Yeah, you're a bad defender, but you try. That's what happens. That's what happens to Steph Curry. You're a bad defender, but you try, so you can win a championship.
So A-Cup could never try. A-Cup could never try.
So now you can win a championship.
That's where we're at.
And then when the Lakers win it, we'll be talking about Luka.
Yeah, so Luka right now is a bad defender. If the Lakers win a championship, he's a bad defender, but he tried
defensively at Villanova. He did try defensively. Jalen Brunson is small. He has physical limits, but Jalen Brunson is a dog. Like he tried.
A-Cup just got off the circuit though, man. I'm saying he just got off the circuit and stepped into college. None of those Negroes, most of them that are the on-ball players coming to high school, a lot of them don't defend. A lot of them do not defend.
I'm trying. Okay, so all I'm trying to communicate to you is not that he is bad like Trae Young, that he is bad like Damian Lillard, that he is bad like Steph Curry. I'm telling you, there's Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Trae Young, and there's like 16 phone booths.
Okay, that's how
and then there's Darius Acuff. He is.
Y'all do know that Allen Iverson was not a defender coming out of college, just so y'all know.
Allen Iverson is so much better than Darius Acuff as a defender in college. It's not even funny. This is genuinely the worst defender I've ever seen.
But this sounds like a coaching issue for me, though. Like
NBA level defense.
It sounds like a coaching issue to you because you like Darius Acuff.
But you don't think? Well, I guess. but hold on.
You didn't like
nothing redeemable.
But this is. But hold on. But time out, y'all. This is the question of: do you believe that over a 10-year stretch, when he from youth to like tonight to 29 years old, can you get him to participate in the defense?
I think you can. And Swiper, I do believe that it is a coaching issue. I do believe a coach is going to have to get Darius Acuff and deal with his deficiencies, but also put him in positions to be successful. Like how Steve Kerr had to do it with Steph Curry, like how Mike Brown had to do with Jalen Brunson.
Nash with Phoenix.
Yeah, like the thing about it is we know like he's not getting drafted on defense. He's getting drafted for one thing and one thing only, and it's not even a pass and play make. He's getting drafted to put ball in bucket. Yeah, well, actually, no, he is a fairly good passer.
He can pass.
No, he can't pass. He can't pass. But for the most, he is. But for the most part, it is to put ball in bucket. And I said that I actually kind of forgot that boy do pass his ass off. But for the most part, he's all right. So he's getting drafted to be the engine of a team, to run off.
Sounds like a player. Sounds like players are trying to phase out, Ron.
And by the way, this has become a math podcast. We all love efficiency now. Everybody up here loves efficiency now. Everybody.
That's what this is. MC.
Everybody talks about Shea. Everybody talks about all these players. Like I talk about Jamal. That whole non-turnovers. How well do you score? How little do you turn the ball over? Do you realize Acuff is right in that realm of like I could be good enough to not turn the ball over a lot, but also be super efficient as a scorer, and that's like a premium at the guard position.
So I put some interesting stats about Darius Acuff. This is not bad stats; these are good stats because we're talking offense.
Yeah.
Connected on 38% of his off the dribble pull up jump shot threes.
I know
60% from deep on open attempts. 50% off his handoff threes, and 60% of his threes coming off screens.
He should have NBA range.
He's one of the best shooters in the country.
Yeah. Wow. So basically, in this draft, you have him and you have Christian Anderson and potentially Bennett Sturts. I'll throw him in there too. There are some
I respect
ridiculous.
Does this dude pass? Am I bugging out here? Like, so we getting you?
No, chill. So you didn't just hear what we were just talking about?
I know.
So he passes his ass off.
Okay,
he's one of the best.
He's
one of the best lob passers in the nation. He's one of the best offensive players in the country.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick, because
all I'm hearing from you dudes, really quickly, John D. All I'm hearing from you dudes is buckets this, buckets that.
That's what SGA is. That's exactly what he is.
That's just his superpower.
That's what Brunson is.
Like
that's just his superpower.
That is his thing. That's what makes him great. But to Mars and John D, whoever else, chill. Go watch him in the SEC tournament and watch the coverages he's getting, and then watch him passing open all of his teammates.
He's a 20-point per game scorer in the NBA right now. Easily. Today.
I do think he could average 20. Not on the Clippers if he goes there, obviously.
Not on the Clippers, but if he went to
I do think he's capable of averaging 20 for sure.
Yeah.
And
he could be rookie of the year really easily.
He could. I want to make sure everyone, because Swiper is kind of on, I'm not saying he's by himself, but Swiper's on one side. And I know I'm on the more pessimistic side. I think Penn might be on the more pessimistic side. And I think John D might be on the more pessimistic. Not saying that he's not a good player, but what I'm saying is the question marks that we have I'm speaking for myself actually. The question marks that I have is not is Darius Acuff gonna be the offensive player that you guys are saying he is. It's is the chances of that superseding what I think the other guards can be while they have the same drawbacks that Darius Acuff obviously has. I think he's the best offensive player of these guards right now. I think he's better than Michael Brown. I think he's better than Kingston Flemings. I think he's better than those guys offensively. The issue is I don't have the same glaring questions about their defense or their ability in the NBA as I do with Darius Acuff. So even if I think their offensive floor is lower, or their offensive ceiling is lower, I still think in terms of overall impact on the game, it's more than likely they will still be a more impactful player. The example I could give is Keontae George. Keontae George was a really good offensive player this year. He was so bad on defense, he damn near gave back most of that value.
And
if
this
that's what
guy's
Darius
worse.
Acuff turns into,
He's smaller and
in
worse.
my opinion, I'm not that high on that player. Like I'm not that high on that outcome.
Let me go to
personally.
Data Baller.
Okay.
I see. No, but I see, like, to Mars's point, like, I see a lot of Stephon Marbury in him, but like Stephon Marbury as well was the same. Like, he gave up a ton of value. Mars, I think to your point, like, I'm with you in terms of, I think there's a good chance it could, like, not maybe a good chance is being unfair to him, but I think there's a large chance that it could go the other way. And then we're sitting here like we're at the fifth pick, and we chose a guy.
Swiper, can I intrigue you, Swiper? I am the Milwaukee Bucks. I just picked up the telephone. You got that number 5 pick. What would it take to hand over Darius Garland?
I'm the Hawks.
Garland, 87 million over the next 2 years.
Do I have to give you my number 10 pick, and you hand over Darius Garland? Like what is that? How does that?
And
work?
I get a 10. So you telling me? So if I'm the Clippers, I could get. So the Clippers to get Darius Garland off my hand, you give me the 10.
I got the 8 and 23 in Atlanta.
I'm not gonna whoa. Because I need all my picks. I do.
So you telling me I could walk away if I'm the Clippers with Yaxel and Darius Acuff? Sign me up.
The Clippers are trying to compete today, though. From what I'm seeing and from based on Steve Ballmer's comments and not wanting to trade Kawhi, and this is just obviously I don't know Steve Ballmer. I didn't talk to him on the phone yesterday. Just from the rumbling and the rumors I've been hearing, they're trying to compete. So I could definitely see the Clippers trading this pick for a player of value today, right now. But however, fellas, I want to get back to the board. So Swiper, we know you have Darius Garland. Chill. It sounds like you have Darius Garland. Or Darius, my bad, Darius Acuff.
Acuff, correct.
Darius Garland, Darius Acuff.
So all black people look like Ron. That what you're doing? That what you're doing right now? All right, move on.
No, just you and that boozer guy. Penn, who you got?
Give me Michael Brown.
Brown.
Like, I think he's not a great defender, but he's good enough. Laterally, he's a good mover, and he's a lot bigger than Darius Acuff. I think he's one of the best shooters also in the draft. There's a lot of good shooting in this draft, and he's one of them too, especially on volume. His season was a little bit dampened by like back injuries, so we didn't get to see all of it. But man, like there was so much creation. He moves defenses like with his eyes. Like he's a really good downhill attacker. Again, the shooting 34, 35%, just not the percentages did not match the eye test. The eye test tells me he's going to be a much better shooter than that. But I think he's going to be the 5th overall pick just specifically for the Clippers because I don't think they want to pair a backcourt of Darius Garland and Darius Acuff. So unless they have a deal for Darius Garland, picking Darius Acuff is setting Darius Acuff to fail because those two cannot play together. And with those two being your point guard rotation, every other point guard is going to go for 55 points. So I think
they're going to score 65. So now,
Mars, we actively saw Will Hardy ready to give up on his crew. He was sick of these dudes. Particularly George on defense. He was sick of these guys. I'm tired. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Ron, the quote, I'm tired of saying this over and over again. End quote. Yeah. He was sick of these dudes.
Trae Young was dumb.
He added a fucking dumb.
I don't know if I can name 5 high-minute players worse on defense than Keontae George.
He was sick of these dudes.
I think Darius Acuff is worse on defense than Keontae George.
All right, fellas, we've talked about his defense. I'm trying to keep it pushing. Damian.
That's fine. Yeah, we just not going to agree on Keontae. That's cool.
I got Mikal as well, Ron.
You got Mikal? All right, Mars, who you got at the 5th pick?
I'll go with Michael Brown.
All right, John D, who'd you say you have?
I got Mikal.
Damn, Darius is slipping.
So who's all picked Mikal? I just want to know who all picked Mikal. Mars, John D. So all right.
So five of us.
So basically, you and Show did.
Well, I know in the phone booth who got my back. I know who I'm gonna call. I'm calling Chill.
Nice.
All right, so Mikal Brown Jr. is the 5th pick with the 6th pick to the Brooklyn Nets. Fellas, who are we thinking here? This is where things start getting interesting.
We just know they're taking a point guard. That's the MO. That's what we know. We know that.
And I was thinking that A-Cup was going to be off the board. So with the 6th pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Keaston Wagler from the University of Illinois.
Hell no.
I hope that I'm so good off Keaton Wagner.
Yeah, bro. There are two players I'm so cool off in the top 8 conversation. That is Keaton Wagler and Nate Amen. I look. Let me
you
say,
believed in Nate Amen at the start.
I did. When the cycle started, I was a Nate Amen guy. I have cooled off on that so hard. Yeah. He's not in my top 15. He's not.
He slipped a lot. Yeah.
He fell out of my top 15. And Keaton Wagler. 12, 11, you know.
Yeah, he's so clearly the worst of like the guard group. That he's so clearly.
He's not better than Michael. He's not better than Darius. He's not better than Kingston. He's not better than LeBaron Philon. He's in conversations with Bennett Starts because I like Bennett Starts. I like that guy.
Well, actually, I don't know how he feels about Keaton, but he's gonna take Bennett over everyone.
I think Bennett Starts is really good. He's one of the best pick and roll passers.
What do you not like about Keaton Wagler?
He has to score on the perimeter against bigs. Like he's hunting those switches when he's on the perimeter. And his off-ball play, from what I've seen, is a little limited as well. Like I've seen a lot of actions where Illinois runs their bigs out of the post and he's not doing anything. Like if you have that length, you have that size, and you have that shooting ability, I would like to see you play off the ball when you don't have the ball. A lot of it is really stationed to, okay, pick and roll. Let's hunt out this big. Let's pull him out to the perimeter. And then, okay, I'm going to try and get past him. If I can't, step back 3. Like, I'm looking at, there's this website named Overthinking the NBA where it tracks some of these rim frequency, rim field goal percentages with these point guards, shooting guards, whatever position. And his rim frequency just isn't as convenient to me for somebody that hunts out these bigger matchups all the time, matchups to where he can have an advantage as consistently. I don't think he's as good of a passer as a Darius Acuff, as a Kingston Fleming, as a Mikal Brown, as a Bennett Starts.
Does he get to the rim, JD? Does he get to the rim?
Not as Keaton?
Yes. Does he get to the rim?
I don't think he gets there as consistently. Not as the other guys I'm saying. I don't think he's in that conversation with those 3. I don't think he's in there.
He gets paint touches better than just about anyone, or almost anyone in this draft. I mean, he gets past this man. Sometimes he's making a pass that leads to a pass out of that. He's also 38.5% on his off the dribble threes, which
he's a great shooter. Don't get me wrong. I've never say he wasn't a great shooter.
At 6'6", there's bits of Austin Reeves here. There's shades of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander here.
Sounds like some Josh Giddey in there too, by the way, to be honest with you.
There's bits of that too. And I just think, look, like that Illinois team was very good. Like we're talking about like upperclassmen, older dudes who know how to play the game, and they put the ball in his hands. He's a late bloomer. I feel like a lot of people maybe didn't have him this high. This was not a guy who was like a consensus, top 5 recruit, like AJ and guys like that. So to me, like his ascent over the last couple of years is very special, and I think there are some concerns for sure with the frame, and sometimes the vertical athleticism isn't there. I get that. Maybe he's not going to be a great defender, but I just like how that decel, that change of pace, that poise that he plays with, the pull-up jump shooting, plus the ability to beat his man, ability to use screens. I think he's a lot better than what Mars is suggesting, but I mean, I could be wrong. So, some teams agree with you though, Mars, for sure.
He doesn't, for me, I will speak for myself. The intermediate game doesn't exist. That's step number 1.
Okay.
When you're, in my opinion, when your rim attempts and whatnot and paint touches come exclusively from getting by bigs,
right?
That's the issue. When you are solely pick and roll dependent, that's an issue for me. When you have, I think like he's a big guard in terms of size, like height, like the wingspan isn't great, but like, at the end of the day, you're still 6'5", 6'6". So I don't have a problem with that. But the athleticism is majorly concerning. You shoot the three really well. Give you credit for that. His scoring profile is very Halliburton to me in terms of how he has to score. But the issue is, I don't think he's the decision maker that Halliburton is. I don't think his pace and understanding of tempo and stuff is the same level as Halliburton.
Can we teach him that, Mars? Can we?
I don't think you can teach what Halliburton does. No, I think that's why Halliburton's underrated, because people think you can just tell someone to do it and they do it. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can teach someone to see the game as fast as Halliburton does. His game is very slow, and he's also very slow. So I think that's part of why. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, when you exclusively can only score on mismatches, I don't buy into that long time, especially when it's mismatches that you need to generate out of pick and roll. Because now when you're playing in pick and roll, that brings up two defenders to you. You're crowding the spacing of the court because you can only score in this situation. And that's concerning to me. So that's why I'm lower on him than the other guys. I still think he's a good player. I still think there is upside because he shoots the ball really well. I do think he is a good decision maker. But when you're not very efficient at the rim, I think he shot sub 60% at the rim, maybe like 55, 56%. I might be wrong on those numbers. The mid-range game doesn't exist. You can only score on mismatches. And your athleticism, he's the worst athlete that we're going to talk about. Like, by all the Cambuza athleticism concerns, this guy, this is the definition of a non-athlete, in my opinion, and non-NBA athlete. Like, it's just, there's nothing to speak on.
Fellas, so I want to get to this pick. So I want to know who you guys have at the 6th pick. Once again, we have AJ DeBance at 1, Derek Peterson 2, Cam Boozer at 3, Caleb Wilson at 4, and Mikael Brown Jr. at 5. At 6, John, I'm going to start with you. Who you rocking with?
You're muted, but nice.
I'm going to go Darius Acuff.
Darius Acuff at 6 to the Nets. Penn, who you got?
Yeah, I'll do Darius Acuff. They need to sell tickets.
You're getting Jordy Fernandez, Darius Acuff in Brooklyn, dog. Like
they need. Okay, here's the thing. They need
just got too many guards, man. There's just too many guards.
There aren't a lot of guys who can be the face of a franchise. Show like, you know, when I say face of a franchise, you know exactly what I mean. You mean like that dude, that team. That dude is that team.
Okay? Hey, Brooklyn gonna say we got our Jalen Brunson.
So that requires a lot. That requires a personality to do it. That requires a certain profile to do it. But that requires also a certain pedigree and a willingness and a desire to want to do that. Mm-hmm. I don't think Darius Acuff is bringing championships to Brooklyn in my lifetime or your lifetime, or by my children's lifetime. It ain't gonna happen.
So most people don't bring a chip to the team.
I genuinely don't believe that he is ever going to be like a significantly winning player.
Not in the modern era, Miles.
But what I do believe is that he is going to be the type of shot creator that's going to make Brooklyn Nets basketball exciting and maybe get you into the playoffs.
So you're saying that, like,
all right. So Swiper, I'm trying to get through this. Penn, so you got Darius Acuff. Damian, who you got?
Same, Darius Acuff.
Swiper, I'm assuming you got Darius Acuff since you had him last, or you just don't want him to go to Brooklyn.
No, I want him to go to Brooklyn. That's good. Let's do it.
All right. So Swiper has Darius Acuff.
That's why he knows you as the 7th.
Yeah. Get him out of
here. Chill. I'm assuming you gonna rock with Darius Acuff.
We'll take Acuff. Yes, sir. We'll take Acuff. Mm-hmm.
Darius Acuff is here. It should be somebody else, but.
He won't be showing up. We won't be talking about him today.
See, he gonna be on the board.
Brown is off the board, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes, Mikael Brown. He won't be touching Sacramento.
So with that being said, Ron, with the number 7th pick in the 2026 draft,
I got this. Chill.
I'll do Nate to the Kings. I'll do Nate.
We can do that.
No, the number
to the Kings.
No, watch what's gonna happen. I'm on to bet y'all right now.
Oh, hello! That's perfect timing.
They're gonna get his medicals. They're going to think they're the only team, Mars, with the solutions and with the staff to make it happen. Jaden Quaintance, number 7 overall.
Please.
I guarantee
I want him in OKC.
I guarantee it's going to be something.
Do you imagine him in San Antonio?
Exactly.
They're going to get the medicals.
We good, man.
If his medicals are good, y'all, then I wouldn't.
I still got faith in him. I still got faith in my guy. I still got faith. And see, now I'm going to say this. I haven't found my Kaman Malawach replacement in this draft class. It's just not somebody that sits on my heart as much. Jaden Quaintance was almost that guy because I believe in that athleticism. I believe in that rim protection. I believe in the size and the added strength, but he just doesn't play.
There's no way that Sacramento is spending a 7 pick on this guy. They're not doing it.
Chill. I need you to look at the tape. I need you to look at the tape.
It looks great. It looks great. I'm sure it looks fantastic. This guy, athletically, like he can put his head in the rim.
He's much better than Nate Amid, by the way.
Here's the difference, though. The difference.
He's just unfortunate. He's too young. He could have got drafted last year.
But the difference is, in the words of my big fella, we need somebody to help us right now. We don't need somebody to help us
in Sacramento.
Yeah, we need somebody to help us right now.
They still think they're trying to compete.
And we need somebody to build.
Well, you can't be bottom 4 anymore.
If this kid is in and out of the lineup, he might not be able to play. We got another Carter situation.
This the thing with Jaden.
Well, that's why you guys messed up. Darius was the pick for the Kings. You guys just keep messing up.
Okay, but this is the thing with Mr. Quaintance. He's young enough to be. He's young. Like he's what 18, 19 years old. It says he's a sophomore, but he was young his freshman year. He couldn't.
He was ineligible for the draft last year.
Exactly.
That's why he went. That's why he's a sophomore.
We can be patient. This is the draft pick where I'm like, you know what? Let's just build it. What are we rushing? What are we
rushing for? He's a teenager.
Okay, what are we rushing for? But we see the athleticism. We see the added strength.
Who in Sacramento is our franchise player? Who are we building this thing around?
There's not any of them left.
So the
franchise players are gone.
Okay, so that's the problem. So
you think
there's no franchise player left?
This is where you end up with your Ben McLemore situation. You start thinking, we don't have any franchise players, so let's go get a franchise player, not realizing all the franchise players are off the board, and what you're about to pick up is a G League All-Star. And that's the problem. What Jaden Quaintance can bring you is, I think, at his best, he's the best defender in this draft. At his best. Okay. And he's also very smart. Like, I picked that up from hours of interviews that I've listened to him. He reminds me exactly of OG Anunoby. Very thoughtful, very good teammate. Every bit of intel that's come back from him on him has been amazing.
Real quick. There's a mini school of Colin Murray Boyles in this draft. Like, there's a mini school of them. Like, just big, strong, really versatile. You got your Merez Johnsons, you got your Jaden Quaintance, you got your Zuby Ejiofor. You got these guys.
None of them have the offensive.
But on the defensive side of the
on the defensive side, yes. And that's the cool thing, Cho. Very rarely are you going to find a guy who's 6'11", right? Let me sell it to you. 6'11" with a 7'5" and a half wingspan.
Okay.
That can legitimately, not occasionally, legitimately suffocate wings. And recover fast enough to protect the rim.
He's 18 years old, I believe. Still,
I'm loving what I'm hearing. I'm loving it. Okay.
The concern right now really is three major things.
Sure.
Concern number one: touch around the rim.
Sucks.
Hate his touch around the rim. He misses floaters, bunnies all the time. If he's not dunking it, he's missing it. I don't know if touch is something you can necessarily fix, but hopefully someone can get better with him at it, because honestly, he reminds me a lot of OG Anunoby that way. OG Anunoby smoked a lot of layups around the rim, and then he got into it with Darko, and I think he got a lot better at it. So it's something you can fix. Sure. I wonder if injuries. Number two, he has like no self-creation or creation for others in his game at all. There's like elements of a high basketball IQ and elements of like good read and react situation. Like, he does read things well on the defensive end, which could translate to offense, but I haven't seen that consistently. And number three is the injuries. He's lost a lot of that jump out of the gym athleticism that he had a couple years ago. Yes, because so he did not look right this year. Now, that being said, if in his pro day and in his workouts, he's gotten back to that jump out of the gym athleticism. This is a guy, I don't know, like there's so many players that he reminds me of, but defensively, he might just be a unicorn.
Swiper, all of this sounds great. You just ran down your resume to me, and I absolutely want to hire you. My question is, one, when can you start? Number two, how often can I expect you to come to work?
Chill. Jaden Quaintance is not getting selected 7 overall. I don't understand why we're even having this conversation.
I do feel like this is.
I know you guys might like his tools. Can we be serious?
Real quick, because let me defend my guy.
Oh my
if
God.
Jaden Quaintance would have strung together a full season of all defensive caliber, no.
We're not doing
He's shown on the defensive side. Because
But this is
I was
such
flirting
a
with him at
nothing
5.
conversation. We know he's not going.
Come
to
on, John. Come on.
If he would have gave me a full season of that, he would have went to the Clippers.
Sorry, Swiper. Your guy is not
Clippers.
getting picked to 7.
The
No.
highest,
All right.
the highest he has a chance to go in is 12. That's
Fellas,
the highest.
I'm not.
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Since it's the Kings pick, and now all of a sudden everybody's in shambles, and we've with the pieces because it's the Sacramento Kings. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little break because we got a gift from our guys over at Fanatics. If you have a gift, if you have a package, we are going to show the people why this is the most wonderful time of the year in sports.
This one I'm here for.
I did not get mine. No, I did not.
Yeah. If you have one of these, let's go ahead and show the people.
Took a long time to get here, Joe.
I didn't order one for him. Hey, and that's why we unboxing. Got you.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Oh, it made to the UK.
Thank you, Ox.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got man across the world, but couldn't. But
Hey,
you ain't
chill.
got
They sent it to me. So everybody that didn't get one, I got yours. Thanks for the Canada jersey.
I can open it because I've been had this in my house for like 2 weeks.
Mars,
I've been waiting to open it.
I've had this for so long.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Thank you to the good people over at Fanatics, man.
Very nice presentation, to be fair.
Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it.
Y'all see the package right here? It got a note in there.
Ron, read the note. You want me to read it, or
It
you
got
want
a
to
note
read
in
it?
there. Shit, you got it. I'll do another read.
All right. A jersey is never just a jersey. It is pride stitched into every detail, a reflection of the people, the passion, and the love of the game that unites a country. Together, these colors mean more. Team Fanatics. Very nice note.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Who gonna do the honors? Y'all over there dragging. Come on, man. Hey, rip off this little paper and show the jersey.
Let's see it, Ron. Who'd you get?
Uh-oh. Yes, sir, baby. Y'all see the colors. Viva la Mexico! Viva la Mexico!
Yeah, baby. It's only right.
USA, USA, USA.
I didn't expect it to come with a scarf. That was nice and pleasant.
Viva la Mexico, baby.
So shout out to my Spaniards. Shout out to my Spaniards.
That's a dope jersey, Swiper. That is a dope jersey. I'm feeling that.
Oh yeah, that jersey mid. Viva la Mexico.
What you got? What you got, big fella?
Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna get Brazil, but I had to represent Spain, man. I had to represent Spain. So
Spanish.
shout
The
out
Spain
to my
one's nice
people
too.
in
man.
España, man.
Yes,
Shout out to them.
Spain
And shout out
jersey's
to
nice
Fanatics.
too.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you putting it on? Yeah, we're not doing all that. I need to still wear the hoodie.
Put it all over your hoodie.
No, we good.
No, we're not doing
Hold
that.
on, Mark.
I'm just gonna
Let's see the
appreciate it,
jersey
man.
though. Let's see the jersey. I didn't see what you got.
Ron, that's
I
dope
got-
too, by the way. That
I got
Mexico.
Spain,
that
man. I got Spain. Come on.
Oh, that Mexico jersey is dope. Yes, sir. That
Thank
I'm
you,
not gonna lie.
Thank
The
you.
Mexico is decent. The Mexico.
Yeah, that Mexico jersey is super
They're all
dope.
nice kits, man, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil's
Very,
nice as well.
very happy with the scarf. Didn't expect the scarf. So that was cool.
I feel like I feel like I came to the show and I'm standing outside. Like, no, you can't.
Me too, man.
Them dudes,
Chill, you.
Takes a
You
long
want me
way-
to
it takes a
send
long way
your
to
stuff
get
to
down
you?
here.
Australia, I understand.
Yeah.
Takes a long way to get down here, man.
Yeah.
But it's what's up. I'm definitely feeling these jerseys. This is super dope. Yes, I like that one. It's swiped out on the USA one. Super dope.
Yeah, USA, that's disgusting, but you know,
Mhm.
I guess.
Hey, look, they suck, but they'll be good again. Oh, Mars, you see, we got the greatest. You see, we had the greatest pinch of luck to get a dude from London of all time. Did you hear that story?
Oh yeah, he used to play for Arsenal. Shout out to Balogun, man. Shout out to Balogun. He's gonna be the best American player ever.
We're gonna give you the
And
business on
because
Friday,
his
though,
mom
so-
was 7 months pregnant. They wouldn't let her travel back, and so he was born here by accident.
Hey, shout out
out
to
to him.
citizenship, brother. Shout out to citizenship. Yeah, that's dope,
Don't give
Ron.
him-
I'm feeling that. Yes. Ox and Ron, those all of them is dope though. Like Ron, I mean,
Why Mexico?
What you mean? Why Mexico?
Why
Exactly what
Mexico?
he said. Why Mexico?
Hey, first off, I got deep roots in Mexico. First off, for multiple reasons. But also my son's
you got deep roots in Thailand too. Why don't you get a jersey from there?
Why didn't you get Serbia? Why did you get Serbia?
Swiper, you hate America.
Flagging right now. You're flagging.
You don't even love America, Swiper. Take that shit off.
Swiper is a terrible human. Swiper is not a good human.
To be fair,
that's a fact,
Serbia made the World Cup. To be fair,
he still should be repping for a squad.
Swiper is not a good human. He is not. I promise you.
I know.
Ox, say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Make America what?
Oh man! Now this. So I bet don't do this because we'll clip this and put it on Twitter.
Wow.
And then and then you'll lose all your little fans that you done built up.
It's too late.
No, matter of fact, Ron, that's wrong.
We can find clips of
lot of
Swiper
fans.
saying the word "great" and again. We could just. I know the editors. They can make something happen.
Let's get him.
Ron, if I ever made that switch, I'd be a multi-millionaire right now.
Come on, Swiper, let's do it. I'll be your manager.
Right now.
Hey, I'll be your Don King. Let's do it. let's turn these Twitter streets up. But I do want to shout out to Fanatics though. One more time.
You want to be the third Hodge twin?
I'd be better than both of them dudes, bro. But shout out to them, bro. But like, yeah, we be rich. Me and Ox right now. If we started the platform, bro.
That is dope.
Show off your stuff though, Ox, right quick. Just one more time. Let everybody see it. Morris, grab your jersey.
That's super dope. Mm-hmm.
Swiper, let's see it one time. Damn, that's a tight ass jersey.
Yeah, that's dope, yo.
Like tight as in fire.
Mm-hmm. Super dope. I like that. Mm-hmm.
There we go. And we got this. Come on.
Spanish joint.
We locked in. Yeah, we locked in.
Hold on, Morris. Hold that up one more time. Let's see the. I want to see the logo.
Oh, Ron is so inconvenient. There you go.
There it is.
Let's see the back. Let's see the back. Let's see the back.
Oh my, Ron, I'm not doing.
Let's see the back, Morris. We want to see the back of the jersey.
It's just a blank back. What do you want from me? I'm putting another man's name on my back. We good.
All right, now put it on.
No.
And then last but not least, Mexico, man, Mexico. We love it. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jesus.
My bad.
That Mexico jersey is fire, Ron. Yes, it is. That's dope.
Actually is. Yeah,
that Mexico jersey is dope. I like that. Mm-hmm.
What's been the best?
I don't have to grip Swiper. I love my country. But
yeah, shout out. By the way, shout out to Croatia. They got blown out. They got the door blown off yesterday. But that keeper Mars in the first half was going crazy. Like 6 saves and 2 possessions. He was going crazy. They got power jerseys. Shout out Congo. The Congo, they have a great jersey.
Shout out to Congo, yeah. Shout out to
Congo. They got great jerseys. Like
Croatia, they were playing England yesterday, right?
They were.
Croatia, England, yeah.
When I saw it was 2-2 or
they finished 4-2.
It ended 4-2. Yeah,
they got a penalty kick, didn't they?
They did in the first 10 minutes. Yeah. And then they missed, but then they got to retake it. So,
I was watching that at Buffalo Wild Wings.
And by the way, shout out to
you was with Buffalo.
Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro.
Son. Why you?
There's a reason I don't buy jerseys. There's a reason I don't buy jerseys. If you see the prices that you have to pay to get jerseys these days, bro, I don't.
Stop being cheap, Swipe. I'm so sick of you.
I'm not doing that.
You get what you pay for, Swiper.
Man, and this is why you go to Fanatics, because they have the best jerseys available. You see this kit right here. You could only get this with the good guys at Fanatics. Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to our plugs. Thank you, Fanatics, for sending us these wonderful jerseys. You guys be like the panel and support your favorite countries or your favorite World Cup teams. Thank you. Come again. All right, y'all. Let's get back to this draft.
Same dude, JD, who will pay. It's the same dude, JD, who will pay $7 for some coffee and $25 for breakfast, but won't buy a jersey. I'm sick of you, Swiper.
Same dude that'll trick all night at bachata and
hey,
all
brunch
that
is
other
underrated,
stuff.
man. Brunch is underrated.
Brunch is 100% underrated. Yes.
I seen Swiper damn near spend $3,000 on a full night of bachata and trying to wine and dine these chicks, but you can't spend a couple dollars on a jersey.
Hey, guess what? And I've seen you spend $200 in Thailand. It's gotten you a week worth of plays. Now what?
I promise you, Swiper.
That's good numbers right there. 200 for a week.
Hey, if I would have took your $3,000, I'd still be out there right now living large.
Hey, I'm booking my flight right now. Swipe it.
So let me know the dates.
Only 7 hours from here.
Bullshit, shit. It ain't nothing but you know what I'm saying.
But all right, fellas, let's get back to it though. So number 7 pick, Sacramento Kings. Everybody, who are you taking? Penn, I'm gonna start with you. Who do you want to take here?
Keaton Logler. I would have taken him at 5, but I guess I got cold feet.
All right, we got one for Keaton. Mars, who are you thinking right here?
I would have had Darius Acuff here, but yeah, we'll go with Nate Ament. Yeah, we'll go with Nate Ament. We'll keep the Kings tradition alive.
I'm also with Mars. Mars is probably choosing him for different reasons than me.
The Kings tradition would be Yaxel Landenberg, guaranteed, right here.
A 6'10" guy that can do everything. See, I'm on the other side of that. The thing about it is, once again, for the same reasons I was high on AJ going number 1 is the same reasons why I'm high with Nate Ament.
Except Nate Ament is highly theoretical.
I'm talking about, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about the tools. I'm 6'10", and I'm a highly skilled player. Now, does the production have to match the skills? Yes, but we only seen 1 year in college, and I'm higher on the high school to college jump than the college to the NBA jump. I don't think college is a different beast, y'all. I don't expect an 18-year-old to step into college and just dominate. And so, like, and I'm not expecting them to step into the league and just dominate. But I think, like, when you're 6'10" and can do all of this and you're this skilled, in 2 or 3 years working in an NBA program, I think there's a high floor and a high ceiling that he could potentially hit. And I'm just banking on that. And
you think he has a high floor?
High ceiling, my bad. High ceiling.
Okay.
High ceiling. And like once we seen a workout with AJ and Nate Ament. If you watched the workout and you didn't know any context, you might walk away thinking that Nate Ament was the better player. Now, once again, we've talked about this all the time. Skills don't equal production, but he has the skills, and I think there's a path to it equaling production in the NBA. And it's just, to me, it's just too tantalizing for me to pass up on it. That's where I'm at with Nate Ament.
I don't see it. I don't want to root on anyone's downfall. Like, I made the Nate Ament Kings because of jokes. I just don't think he's gonna pan out. But I do want all of these players to pan out. You don't want someone's career to not pan out. I struggled.
He's Kyle Kuzma. He's Kyle Kuzma. Okay, let's put that.
I don't know. I think he has better feel than Kyle Kuzma does. Like, that's more of an indictment on Kuzma than praising his feel. But I just don't see
Kuzma meets Kelly Olynyk.
In a redraft, Kyle Kuzma go top 10 in his draft.
No, he wouldn't.
I hope that's not true. Right. You might be. I hope that's
not true. I'm almost positive, and I don't remember who was all in that draft. Right? He was 2017. Yeah,
he went 20. Kyle Kuzma went
probably like 12. Probably like 12.
Stop me when I say a name you would take over Kyle Kuzma. I mean, you would take Kyle Kuzma over. So Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Larry Markkinen, Malik Monk, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, John Collins, Jarrett Allen, OG Anunoby, Derek White, Josh Hart. Bear with me. I'll go to the second round now.
He's right around
Isaiah Hartenstein, Dylan Brooks.
All right.
Okay, we probably run out of definitive names.
All right.
Yeah. Now we're at his name, so everyone rightfully stay quiet. So now I'm just gonna go in order of the draft. These are just guys now. So Markel.
Fultz.
Yeah, you taking Kyle.
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo.
Kuzma.
What?
Taking Kuz, yeah.
Kuzma.
Okay. Josh Jackson.
Yeah, Kuzma.
Jonathan Isaac.
Give me Isaac.
That contract, that's the only thing with Isaac.
Yo, like
Kuz.
Like these are the names you would take him over, but the issue is I've already got past like 15 because now we're at Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith, Zach Collins, Luke Kennard.
Give me Luke.
Oh no, I'm taking Luke all day.
Give me Luke.
I'm taking y'all. Are y'all forgetting that Kuz 2020 Kuz when he was
You're taking
shot making and knocking down shots?
I think you overrate Kuzma on the Lakers. Like
Kuz was the odd man out.
It might have just been a perfect situation where we needed you to score and we need somebody who can turn their brain off and just shoot the ball. But Kuz was getting busy for the Lakers.
Brooklyn stole him.
Yeah, I don't agree with you just getting busy. I think he was just on the team and played minutes.
Here's the downside with Nate Mann. He's not good at anything.
See,
but he's not really bad at anything either. Like, he's not a bad defender. He's good enough as a defender. He's not a bad shooter. He's a good enough shooter. And like the percentages don't match the eye test. He's probably a lot better than the percentages suggest. He's not a great isolation player. He's not a bad isolation player either. As a post-up player, he's average to below average.
It's not like he's average at everything. That's what it is.
He's mid, right?
So this is the Zachary Risache problem. When you can't get on the court because when you're a role player, I need you to do one thing, right?
Who?
By the way,
that's who he reminds me of.
It kind of is, but remember, I was high on Risache too.
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
Which means you don't learn from your mistakes.
You say Kevin Durant.
You 100% said KD. Yes, you did.
Well, you wouldn't say that if Morris didn't just say that. I didn't say KD.
I forgot, but you 100% did.
You know what? You know what he has in common with Kevin Durant? They both wore orange jerseys in college. That is literally the only thing they have in common. They are big. They can sort of shoot. And if you squint your eyes like really tight and you watch the right highlight package, you could sell yourself on the idea that maybe he'll become Kevin Durant. I promise you he won't. There's no game.
I never said Nate meant Kevin Durant. That has not been said.
Put this in perspective. If I take Kevin Durant's worst game at Texas and I put Nate Mann's best game at Tennessee, give me KD. Okay, it's a big gap. It's not a little gap.
That's hyperbolic.
No, it's not.
I hate when you do shit like that.
That's for sure hyperbolic because every amazing prospect, National Player of the Year, Kevin Durant has had absolute stinkers. They just have. And Nate Mann has had really good
shots. No. They've missed shots. They haven't had stinkers. KD.
If you saw the best game of
they missed shots. Sounds like
Nate Mann had some good games this year too.
Yeah.
He had a stretch.
If you saw the good games of Nate Mann and someone told you that's what he does on the regular, you're not about to tell me the worst game of Kevin Durant is better than that.
Even in the worst game of Kevin Durant's Texas career, he was still an awesome shot blocker. He was still like a really good defender.
The best game of Nate Mann's college career, he looks like Kevin Durant.
Right. Still give me Kevin Durant.
You're right. He does kind of look like Kevin Durant, huh, Morris?
Just so you know.
Actually, we just don't clip you saying that. But
KD at Villanova, he sucked that day. Terrible. He was awful that day. He went 4 for 15 from the floor.
I'm not going to pretend to know. Yeah, okay.
He was 4 for 15 from the floor and 1 for 8 at the long ball line. He sucked that day.
He missed
and
shots.
They lost too.
That's what I said. He missed shots.
He sucked.
He had 8 rebounds. I watched
KD.
That sounds like he sucked.
Chill. I watched KD very intently at Texas. It was never a debate in my mind that I was not watching the best freshman that I'd seen in my life.
Doesn't mean that he didn't suck.
Fellas, I'm gonna bring it back though, y'all, because I don't want to get into Kevin Durant's college career and whether Nate Mann is better on his best day. I want to talk about this 7 pick for the Kings. Penn, who did you select again? You got Keaton Wagler. Me and Mars got Nate Mann. Mars, do you really have Nate Mann?
Based on who's available now, I would go with Kingston Flemings.
All right, so we got one Kingston, one Keaton. John, who you? All right, we got 2 Kingstons. John, who you got?
I got Kingston.
3 Kingstons. Okay. Swiper.
Which pick is this?
Where's number 7?
Sacramento.
He already made this pick.
As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna go Kingston. I really wanted Kingston to go to Atlanta.
Kingston there, they get a point guard. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't want him to go to the Kings. I
wanted Kingston to go to Atlanta.
They can't bust on every single guy. Okay, they have to get one.
Well, they didn't. They just traded the ones that pans out.
Please focus.
All right, so we got Kingston Flemings going number 7 to the Sacramento Kings at 8. So our picks right now, we got AJ, Darren, Cam, Caleb, Mikael Brown Jr., Darius Acuff. Kingston Flemings just came off the board to the Kings at 8 for the Atlanta Hawks. John, D, who are you thinking?
Whoa, Ron, can we tell people who Kingston Flemings is?
He's a guard for
at this time. We kind of just we could jump back. We could jump back and talk about guys.
The first 4, and you see we on 8 because Ron doesn't know how to do his job. We could have got through 4, and we could have been over here at 14 by now.
Your lips.
He's right. He is right. But
John.
Yeah, we spent like an hour and a half on the top 3, and everybody knew where we were going.
Great defender, high field floor.
You guys just
reminds me of Sam Cassell. There you go.
Here we go.
Questionable jump shot.
I think Kingston's
Which we
defense
can
is a little,
fix.
Good mid-range shooter, questionable long-range shooter, a little bit undersized. There you go.
I'm not saying he's a bad defender, but I'm not as high on his defense. Not as high on his.
I agree.
I think he's in the school of Reed Shepherd defensive prospect. Like,
okay, slow down.
like, it's like we're gonna make plays on the ball.
Well.
We have really good instincts, but at the point of attack, he could get attacked. Like I don't know. Man.
I think he will as a rookie. Yeah, he's too slight of frame to not get attacked, but
he's gonna.
Reed Shepherd is a scam on defense. I don't think Kingston Flemings is a scam. I think Kingston Flemings also has upside to be viable on defense. I just think right away he's going to struggle. But it's not going to be due to a lack of effort, which I think is an issue I have with other guards. And I think he's a better shooter than you're giving credit. I just don't think he shoots a lot of threes, and he has an unconventional looking shot. But I mean, it goes in, and the mid range stuff is really good. He also can touch the paint pretty consistently, which I like.
That first step is
he shot.
My issue is he just
25% from above the break, like directly above the break.
What did you say he shot?
25%. Bad, but from everywhere else, he was awesome. Everywhere else from 43%, 42%, 40%, 55%.
As somebody who's a shooting expert, like is that a when you can't shoot it, top of the key should be the easiest.
He shot 55% on right wing three.
The corners are the easiest.
Yeah, so it's literally the top of the key central zone is where he's struggling.
Yeah,
that's 31% from what I'm looking at.
Everyone got different numbers. The reality is they didn't go in a whole lot, which is I'm fine with. My biggest issues with him are the ability to get that three off with volume and his touch. His touch is extremely concerning for me. I'm willing to look past it in some regard because at least he can get to the paint consistently, but I need to see some sort of flow to game. I need to see his ability to make shots, and I need to see him play off 2 feet more. That's another thing.
The system that he was in does not necessarily lend itself to offense in general. Like generally speaking, like guards in Houston really struggled. The fact that they gave him the ball, and honestly, I'll say this: Kelvin Sampson trusting him, Emmanuel Sharp trusting him, that's big to me.
He's got good. What's the words when people vouch for you?
Pedigree. Reputation.
I don't know pedigree's the word I was looking for, but we'll use pedigree. He's getting vouchers from the people you would want vouchers from. He's got good people.
Oh, like when you get like a letter of recommendation type situation.
Yeah.
Ox, let me know when you need one. Feel me?
I actually Swiper. I do all the time. I'm always applying for something, Swiper.
Ron, when you
we could move on to 8.
Ron, who picks that 8, Ron? Who's picking that 8, Ron?
Yeah, so we have the Atlanta Hawks. John D, kick us off. Who do you have Atlanta taking?
Yeah, this is
as of right now.
This is where I get lost.
Y'all got to understand that 5 and 8 aren't gonna be.
Yeah,
I don't think the Clippers are keeping the 5th pick.
Yeah, like the Clippers aren't taking it, and Atlanta's not picking at 8 either.
Well,
maybe one of those aren't happening. One of those aren't happening, John D.
Like that would have been.
That was the word, endorsement. Sorry.
That would have been my thing. I'm like, I think Atlanta would probably try and move up to 5 and try and get Mikal. I think Atlanta's number one priority should be trying to get one of these 3 guards, whether it's Mikal, Darius, or Kingston.
Look at this shit, man. You dudes, man. They paid fucking Dyson Daniels $150 million.
He's not a guard. He's not a lead guard.
But why? Why would they pay him $150 million?
They paid him $150 million to be the best guard defender in the league.
That's not what
they paid Dyson Daniels $150 million to be the best guard defender in the league. That's why he's being paid $150 million.
There's too much sugar in that, bro.
He's not being paid $150 million to go be that point guard of the future. That's not what he's getting paid for.
Huh?
What about the sugar? What about the sugar in that Brazil jersey?
Because he's the best guard defender in the league. That's why.
Or in that United States jersey.
Okay, Moss. I can appreciate the logic that you're paying a guy.
It's why Asar Thompson's about to make $35 million a year. He's the best wing defender in the league.
Here's the difference with that. The difference with that, Mars, is that they are still trying to turn him into a player. They're still turning into
not a point guard.
Okay, so what exactly is Dyson Daniels? Because he is arguably he is in the conversation as one of the best. He is one of the best wing defenders.
Yeah,
in the
he's
game.
a guard. He's not their point guard of the future.
Okay,
because
he's
not a
they know
jump
that.
shooter.
No,
Chill just wants some development. Chill's just asking for some development here.
He
He just wants some development here. That's fine.
They're paying him because he's one of the better point of attack defenders in basketball.
For the Atlanta Hawks, I would pick Keaton Mogler. I think, with the success we saw with CJ, like this is a very similar, idea.
I would take Keaton here too.
But a lot of mocks have them picking Adai, and I get that too. I understand that.
If all these teams pick at their pick, Keaton is going to the Clippers, bro.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now with what we got going on, as of right now, Keaton's on the board. We have 2 people taking him to the Hawks. Does anybody else want to give an input right here? Damian Swiper.
To be honest with you,
I was intrigued with. Go for Chill.
I love the big kid from Michigan. I just don't like him at this pick, but I love him in Atlanta.
Yaxel?
Damara, is that who you
talking about? Yes, I love the big kid from Michigan.
I was interested in
this is the thing.
In Braden Burries here, but I haven't done too much film.
I didn't want Aiden to go this high.
Probably a reach. That's probably a reach.
You did not?
He screamed Laker. He screamed it.
Oh, you wanted Damara to fly under the radar.
Exactly. Because I was doing the same thing.
Last year, if he'd come out.
I mean, you guys are the 25th pick. You needed them to have a bad year.
He would have.
I was hate watching, but with good intention.
John, do you don't think I see that damn thing sitting there at the corner of the bar with that nice?
But this is the thing. We gotta let it. We gotta let him fly. I wanted him to fly under the radar. I wanted him to. I really wanted him to. If you guys watch my mock drafts, that has been my consistent pick. 8-8 to the Lakers. He's in there. He's setting screens for Luka. He's making short roll passes to a cut in LeBron. He's there, but everybody noticed him. And congrats to him. He's going to be a lottery pick.
I don't think he goes past 15.
I don't think he goes past 15. You know what? I like you so much. I forget you're a Laker fan, bro. I'll be like,
that's in by the way.
When he started talking about Kobe and the Lakers, I lose him. But John D outside of that,
please.
You got, but y'all got to understand. I'm not about to keep hiding who I am.
No.
This is who I am.
He's not dropping all the way down to 25.
The quick sales pitch is this is a very coordinated 7'3" player with a 7'7" wingspan, massive reach, great shot blocker, great instincts as a shot blocker, true rim protector, and the most impressive part about him is he is a really good playmaker.
Pin, what's the farthest he drops? What's the farthest he drops to?
I don't think he gets past 15.
I think the furthest she drops is 10. I think he should be the first center off the board.
Then I'm taking him at 8. Atlanta.
I don't think the Bulls go.
I'd be very surprised if he went past Charlotte.
He's not like the most switchable defender versus he's not switchable.
Kalkbrenner and him.
At some point, chill with the draft. At some point, you can't go for fit. At some point, you got to just take
We've seen Donovan Clingan be successful. We've seen Walker Kessler be successful. We've seen Zach Edey be successful. We're seeing Victor Wembanyama being successful. This, it was a long time ago where it was a rare sight to see someone.
Zach Edey has not been bad. He's been actually good. It's just
that's been good.
No, Zach Edey's better than the Damar.
Zach's been incredible.
Yes. So with Adai,
he's my most improved player pick.
He's just not a very good mover. And he's not very.
Kambuza gonna make him better. That's what we want.
Yeah, like he's not a good lateral mover. He's not explosive.
Ron, I'm taking the big kid from Michigan at 8. That's what I'm going.
Sometimes the physicality leaves a lot to be desired too. That may be, for someone chill. I've been on the panel with you for over 2 years now. You like your bigs to be dirty work guys and physical, right? Sure. He's a great shot blocker. I don't know how physical he is sometimes. Sometimes it feels like he shies away from contact. So that would be like he reminds me a little bit of Andrew Bogut, a little bit.
Because I've seen him in the Big Ten a couple of times. I think we could beat that into him. Like you get initiated into a gang. I think we can. I know that sounds crazy, Mark, but I think we can beat that into him. I think we can rough him up.
And he's really intelligent. Like he's a really good cutter. Like he's gonna get easy buckets at the rim all day. Yep.
I have my concerns, but I do think this is his range
and a really shaky free.
So would you like to take him here, Morse?
No. Who's the last guard left? Is it Kia?
Yes, LeBaron Phylon.
See, the way my draft was set up, we was gonna have who was we gonna have? I actually don't know. It wasn't gonna be Kia.
Braden Burries is still in the mix too.
That's
No,
who
he's
I was
not.
intrigued with here, actually. But
It
I'll
would be
take
it would be
Keaton.
fine. It would be Phylon or Keaton for me. Keaton's the more likely, so I'll go with Keaton.
All right, so we got 3 with Keaton. Damian, who are you rocking with?
I was intrigued by Braden, but if Keaton's still on the board, I'll take Keaton here.
All right, so we got Keaton Wagler going to the Atlanta Hawks. Shout out to Keaton. You are the 8th pick in our draft. All right, number 9 for the Dallas Mavericks. This one should be a good one. Where do the Mavericks go? Braden Burries is still on the board. Nate Ament, LeBaron's on the board. Yaxel, Cameron Carr, Kareem Lopez. And
Played in
yeah.
The kid,
Wait, whose pick is it? Sorry, what?
Dallas
It's
at
number 9, Dallas. Yeah.
Dallas at 9.
Yeah, I would have wanted
they
a
need a
guard to
point
go
guard.
for Dallas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
need a guard.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I was loving.
You said Keaton's still available.
Brooklyn really
No,
might
Keaton
take
just
Liam,
went.
man. I ain't gonna lie. They really might take Liam, but
They should.
I'm so sure.
It's crazy to me, right? I'm sorry, Mars. Give me 1 second, because I've been biting my tongue, and it's really just because of Swiper, big head, hating ass. Like, I don't understand why the Brooklyn Nets are this good franchise that everybody should go to. Like, oh, let him go to Brooklyn because Sacramento will ruin him. What the hell is Brooklyn doing? What is this Brooklyn thing?
Well,
Because they had Kevin Durant once a couple years ago, and they like, what the hell?
So,
Brooklyn.
They did have
just so we clear.
So Mars,
Their front office
Brooklyn's
is
the place to be.
I
But
think
don't
it's
go to
because people
Sacramento,
like-
you'll ruin
I think it's
it.
because people like what Brooklyn's building. They
People like
Jordy
Sean
Fernandez.
Marks.
What are they
People like Sean
building?
Marks. That's what it is. People
They
like
have
Sean
I-
Jordy
I
Fernandez,
hated their
mind
draft
you.
strategy last year. I hated their draft strategy last year. And I'm not going to write off people's career after year 1, but I genuinely think they drafted maybe 2 NBA players and everyone else was bad. And they had 5 picks. So I'm not the biggest fan of what they've been doing in this new era. I think Jordy Fernandez is an interesting coach. And I think what he's trying to like instill in terms of like that everybody's a threat, everybody can shoot, move the basketball. I think that's cool.
I like Jordan.
But what
Jordan's
I
a
saw
good
from them
guy.
in the draft last year is not giving me like all of this optimism that they're just going to get it right.
But we agree.
I'm telling
with
you, they
that
about
at
to
the
take
time,
Nate
though.
Ament.
Well, we said that at the
I see
time
it.
that
I wouldn't be surprised.
And they should.
But do you know what it is?
If we're
Ox? Do
talking
you know what it
about
is,
like
Ox?
the city of Brooklyn and all of that, like I can get with that. Like I understand Brooklyn's a beautiful place. I love Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. But I mean, obviously, I love Sacramento. But regardless, though, I was like, I can dig that. Like, oh, we want to go to Brooklyn. That's cool. That's cool. You want to go out there and freeze your ass off for 3 months out the year. Cool. But like, what as far as like franchises, what has Brooklyn shown y'all to where y'all would hold on, Swiper, shut your pie hole. Shut your pie hole. I'm not done. I'm not done. So I just want to know what is it about Brooklyn that makes you disrespect my city?
Have they not been better than
Swipe,
Sacramento?
I told you to shut your pie hole.
What
makes Brooklyn so damn amazing that you would disrespect my city and say he can't go there, he'll get ruined.
It's
Send him to
Sacramento.
Brooklyn instead. You saying that to say what?
So wait, hold on. Would you, to use since you were doing a bunch of real life metaphors yesterday, would you want the baddest woman in town or one of the top 7 baddest women in town to go to Brooklyn with a man who's going to at least give her a chance, or go to Sacramento with a man that's known to ruin the lives of women? Which one?
First of all, I don't give a I don't if she ain't you know what, Swiper, if she ain't my sister, cousin, mama, auntie, daughter, niece, I don't care where she go. You know what I'm saying? She go where she want to go.
So, Ox, what happened was Sean Marks
come to Seattle, baby.
Built this team a while ago now, turned D'Angelo Russell into an all-star. They did well in the playoffs, and I think he's got a lot of like grace from that, because they actually, to your point, haven't actually been that good as a front office for a while.
Haven't done shit.
They
Haven't done
got
shit.
Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges and got assets.
They got some leftover. They got some leftover dudes.
Developing like a guy. Like
This is also a really big.
Who are they supposed to
I don't think they
develop
have their
around?
pick next year.
Who are they supposed to develop
watched the
around?
draft
See
last
what
year.
I'm saying? You want to throw bail to everybody.
watched the draft
It's
last
just this is just clear Sacramento
Cam
hate.
Thomas?
It's weird. They drafted that dude. Nobody told them to draft
And they
him.
got rid of him like they should have.
Oh God.
Yeah, I do think Ox is making a fair point.
Your team was mid, and then you dove into the midness more by getting DeMar DeRozan and Zach Bean escaped from Chicago.
Okay.
What this shit sound like to me?
And then last year, chill. Because I know you're a Sacramento hater too.
I'm not a Sacramento hater.
What I'm saying is,
no, I'm not.
What I'm saying is, Domantas Sabonis misses 68 games last year.
All right.
And we're terrible without him. Of course, we're terrible without him.
Absolutely.
Of course. But of course, we can't compete without Domantas. Like Domantas came to Sacramento and made us an actual basketball team.
Yes, he did.
Like he didn't make us a championship contender, but he made us an actual basketball team.
Mike Brown did too. So did De'Aaron Fox.
Absolutely. Mike Brown did wonderful things for us. Like, I'm not here to say that we're the cream of the crop. I know that we're not the cream of the crop when it comes to franchises. I don't ever even pretend like we are. But what I'm saying is, don't shit on us and act like Brooklyn ain't a porta potty. All right?
Okay, first of all, all this shit is, Ron,
it's a honey bucket.
It's about where would I rather
it's a honey bucket.
The Sacramento Kings and the Brooklyn Nets. One got rats in the house, the other one got roaches.
No, they don't.
I prefer the roaches. I'm scared of rats like a motherfucker, boy.
They're not.
I see a rat. I'm moving.
I know a couple of you people in the chat identify with rats. I'll take the roaches though.
Your team been full of rats, and you're delusional about that team nonetheless. I think.
Okay, so talk about Brooklyn because they got some leftover dudes that wanted to go to the Knicks.
I'm not saying, but Brooklyn they made work of Cam Johnson. They made work of Mikal Bridges. They're about to make work of MPJ. They got more assets. They're young.
They made work
of Cam. They're in a good situation. I think they're in a good situation. They're going to continue to move
forward.
All right,
okay. That's cool.
If they get Darius Acuff and he's what I think he is, they're going to be off to a great start. If he's what I think he is, I think they're going to be off to a great start. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I've said this before, though, Swiper. I actually, as of right now, I will prefer for a prospect to go. One of these younger prospects like Darius Acuff, I would prefer for him to go to the Kings as opposed to the Nets. Like, at least with the Kings, they don't have a bunch of projects that they're working on. He can go to the Kings and he can have some competent pieces around him. You have what's his name? The next Jason Tatum. Who was it, Ox?
Keegan.
Yeah, you got Keegan. Like I don't know.
I'm just saying, like I personally think I think we're a couple. Get rid of a couple. Get rid of a couple guys, grab a couple guys in, and we're back in the mid low 40s. You know what I'm saying? That's where we live. You know what I'm saying?
Once again, though, this is why the draft is so important for teams like the Nets and the Kings, because you guys need a player to usher in the next generation. And so, it's a serious pick. And 7, like a lot of people frown at 7, but 7's a solid pick. 6 is a damn good pick because it could be worse than that. But fellas, we got 2 more picks that we're going to make. We're only going to do the top 10 today. We got the Dallas Mavericks right now. As of right now, we got AJ DeBanza, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, Caleb Wilson, Mikal Brown Jr., Darius Acuff, Kingston Flemings, and Keaton Wagler. At 9 with the Dallas Mavericks, who do you guys think should or will go here based on the order that we've already selected?
Braden Burries.
Braden Burries? I'm not mad at that pick.
Kingston's still on the board.
Nah, Kingston's gone. Kingston went to we had Kingston going at 7 to the Kings.
That's what I thought. Okay. So yeah, I'm with Penn.
Braden Burries?
Yeah, the kid Burries.
Me too.
All right, so we're gonna go Braden Burries at number 9. And then at number 10 for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I gotta trade this pick.
I think this is as obvious as ever.
Is it obvious?
Damaro?
No, who you gonna say? I actually don't know who's
come on. At this point, you got
Damaro. I'm taking Damaro.
He wants Nate Amenti.
Oh, is he still pushing?
Come on. Yes. If he's on the board at 10, you are the Milwaukee Bucks. You are completely scrapping everything.
Yeah, that's facts.
Come on, you're gonna go with the guy who has the most tools, the highest upside. Yeah.
So we starting over with.
That's what they did with AJ Johnson.
Hold on. Why does he have the highest upside? Just because he's 6'10"?
Because he's a big wing who has like shot creation.
We're starting over with him.
I think this is a worthy conversation. But once again,
that's how it was.
Milwaukee won't be picking here again.
I don't think they will neither, Ox. To be honest with you, I think that
this pick is going to be in the move somewhere.
Because the guy that they want is further up. So I think that they're going to move. They're going to try to move up. They're not going to stay at 10.
I don't think Adaimara goes past 10. So whether he goes to one of the teams that already picked or whether he goes right here to the Bucks, that's a good piece to have. But in terms of like guys who have crazy upside, sell me on the idea of Nate Ament over Ibuka Okori or LeBaron Philon in terms of like star upside. Just because he's 6'10"? Because he's not a better player.
Around on that one.
Because he's not a better player. That I'll tell you.
Shit,
I agree.
I'll pick Lil Pager right here. Shit, fuck it. Why not? Why not?
Now I wanted to take
after 10, all bets are off.
Braden Burns personally, but I mean, I guess Philon isn't as good as I'm thinking. So I'm just not top 10. I guess. Philon to me is better than Braden Burns.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some players.
Mars, you're not alone. You're not alone.
Like, there's players that are probably like second round bound right now. Guys like Emmanuel Sharp, Joshua Jefferson, Baba Miller. That in a redraft, Sergio De La Rey. In a redraft, these guys are probably going to go top 20. But right now, it's hard. It's hard to see it. Zuby Ejiofor, that's another one. You know, Jaden Quaintance. I think this could be a good spot for Jaden Quaintance. You want to bet on upside. Shit, take your upside. You know, you're moving off from Giannis.
I think Jaden's gonna fall in the 20s, man. I'm the way I'm hearing it. Like, it's crazy. It's nuts to me personally.
I mean, I don't think that's crazy. I mean, as someone who's, by the way, he's a sophomore, and I want to say he's played less than 30 games combined. And he also shoots like 5% from the free throw line.
Yeah, he had some really bad touch indicators. Like,
yeah, it's like so. Ken already spoke about his touch on layups. There's no real outside shot, and he can't make free throws. Like, you're getting into real Ben Wallace territory offensively. Like,
but is he Ben Wallace on the other end though? Because I know a place.
He's a really good defensive player. He's
an amazing defender, which is why I'm optimistic, and that's why I would still take a flyer on him if I'm a team that is willing to develop him.
Hey,
but at the end of the day,
he catch lobs.
If he gets to 21 or 22, he will be learning Serbian. If he gets to 21 or 22, I can tell you that much.
The following group of players: Nate Ament, LeBaron Philon, Kareem Lopez, Yaxel Lindenberg, Hans Steinbach, Christian Anderson, Morez Johnson, Cam Carr, Bennett Sturts, Ibuka Okori, Alan Graves, Dalen Swain. That is a large group of players, and any one of them could go 10, 11, 12 to 20. That is a very interesting draft profile because it's very flat. You could have debates about, like, however you rank it. Let's say you ranked all these players out and you were like, okay, and did I throw Jaden Quaintance in there? No, I didn't. Jaden Quaintance as well. Let's just say you had Jaden Quaintance as the best player in that group and you had Christian Anderson as the worst player in that group. You can still have a debate between those two players and it would be a legitimate debate. It wouldn't be like a head-scratching debate. It's a big tier in this draft. So any team picking in that range, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, very lucky. If you're picking just outside that range, you might get lucky. You might get lucky because somebody reaches and one of those guys falls. It's a good draft. It's a really good draft.
Our designated Bucks fan, Drink More Water, said that Ament has been promised by the Bucks.
Nate Ament?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
great.
that means so if that's true, and I'm going to listen to our designated Bucks fan, if that's true, that means he's going no lower than 10. That doesn't mean he's going to go there because he might go before, he might go to Brooklyn or whatever. But that means he's not going lower than 10.
Yeah, at this 10 pick, I have Nate Ament, and I think I think it's clear as day that this would be his landing spot. I do want to shout out Kareem Lopez though.
A couple years ago,
so Kareem Lopez,
he's right in your neck of the woods.
I spoke to him a few times this year when New Zealand came to Melbourne. Mm-hmm. The Breakers were big on him. Like they think he's got some really serious upside with as a scoring wing.
He does.
So I spoke to him a few times. Good head on his shoulders and things. Still young, still a project, but yeah, he was big here, Ron. He was the talk of the town for a while.
First Mexican born. He'll be the first Mexican born first rounder ever picked. Yeah. The other guy who was picked was Eduardo Nahara.
Yeah. He was picked was he the first ever? I think.
Kareem will be the first in maybe lottery. I think it is.
He'll be the first in the first round. Who's the other first round pick?
I don't think they don't have a first round.
There you go.
Was Eduardo Nahara drafted?
I think Eduardo was second round.
No, I don't think he was drafted. Kareem will be the first ever.
Well, I think he was the first. I think he was the first Mexican-born player. Was it to play in the league? I don't remember the exact framing of it, but I remember
Eduardo Nájera went 38th overall.
All right,
did he be the first first
LU? Like, don't correct me if you know you're wrong. Come on, Ron.
It might have been.
You talking about
He's the first. He's the first ever something. So I don't. But I'm pretty sure. I think what Swiper was. I think
he was the first Mexican.
Was it first round pick or Mexican born?
Well, he went in the second round, so obviously he's not a first round pick.
No,
so
Mexican born.
Yes,
that's what Swiper said.
So Eduardo Nájera is the first Mexican. He's the first Mexican player to be drafted.
Yes.
He's the second Mexican player to ever play in the NBA. I don't remember who the first one was.
Was
but
he
I know
born there?
Lopez will be the first taken in the first round.
First Mexican-born player.
Eduardo Nájera. I used to love that announcement.
Yeah.
Man. Shout out to my dog, man.
All right, I do want to shout out Kareem though. I'm very high on Kareem. Like almost native mint high, and I will potentially take Kareem over some of the guard. If I have the 8th pick, I would take Kareem over Kingston Flemings. I like Kareem that much. Yes, I like Kareem that. First off, Kareem was playing against grown men and bullying great. Like he has an NBA body.
Why stop at Kingston Flemings? Why is he the guard that you?
Well, I mean, I just threw him out there, but I take him over Keen Wagler too.
And he held his own run as well, by the way.
Yeah, no, like he was playing playing bully ball against grown men as an 18-year-old. He's in a grown man body. I have 2 comps for him. One is a more athletic Kyle Anderson. Doesn't play make as much as him, but he got that Kyle Anderson type game, and he's also 6'9.5" too. So this dude is huge. But he gets downhill.
He's legitimately 6'9".
Is there a 6'9" player in this draft that you don't like? I'm
for
just
him,
curious.
For him, that's what it is for me with him. It's the fact that he's
a Kambuza.
He's got a big body. He's athletic,
6'8".
but he's shown because he played down in Australia. He played in a physical league and was able to hold his own. Like it's grown men down there playing physical basketball, and he was able to hold his own. So I think
he wasn't just holding his own. He was down there bullying cats.
He had a good season.
Right.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was doing work, but I'm just saying like it's a different level of physicality when you're playing against guys that are 28, 29, 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
Kambuza and Kareem Lopez measured at the same height. So either they're both 6'9" or they're both 6'8".
Yeah, but
I don't care either way.
But the vibes, Mars, the vibes.
Kambuza also has a longer wingspan, so you know.
Yeah, well, I got Kyle Anderson's one of the comps, and also a less athletic, but a better slashing or a better scorer, I would say, better scorer than Jalen Johnson, but less athletic, but better downhill and finishing and stuff like that. Those are my 2 comps for him, and I think he's going to be a real good NBA player.
He has some very bad misses, man. Like some of his shots, they're like.
He had 32 points against the United when I covered him. He can play, man.
Yeah, well, at 10, what are you guys thinking? At 10, so we have Braden Burries just went at 9. Y'all want to go with Nate? John?
Yeah, they're going with Nate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the states.
I mean, don't be surprised if Kareem Lopez is like Rondé Hollis Jefferson, dude. I don't see it at all.
It's a solid pro.
I don't see Rondé Hollis Jefferson, but
that's a solid pro.
Shout out Rondé.
How people saying he looked like Kobe when he was out there playing overseas.
Oh my god!
Please. Who was he playing for? Jordan, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was playing for Jordan.
He was about Kobe, left-handed Kobe.
I don't think Kareem Lopez is sniffing the lottery, but that's just me personally. I don't think so. I think I'd take Morez Johnson over him pretty easily.
All right, fellas. Well, we did our top 10 picks. Appreciate everybody that's tapped in right now. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you become a member. As of right now, we got a ton of super chats. So let's go ahead and get into these. Thank you to everybody that sent through super chats. Thank you to everybody that's participated. Thank you to everybody that's locked in the chat. The first super chat I got is from Tupac Westside. It is $20. This is what Tupac had to say. He said, "Morning, fellas." Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Morning, fellas. Heard Kessler is having contract disputes with Utah. Think LA can get him? ? I doubt it. And some guys in the draft look good for LA. Jaden Quaintance, Malik Thomas, and Trevon Brazile. Thoughts to the guys who know?
The Lakers are
Stuff's crazy, by the way.
25th.
I would love to see Walker Kessler in LA. Do I think it will happen? Maybe not. But do I want it to happen? Yes. Anybody that can be a starting level center. Come on down. As far as draft, I'm looking at athletes. That is my biggest upgrade this season for the Los Angeles Lakers. If you are a good athlete and you can defend, I'll take you. And we also need center help, but I don't think we're going to get that out of the draft. Henry Vassar would be cool, but we need center help. So
he is a center.
I think we need just athletes. Some guys I looked at, Baba Miller is really nice as a rebounder, as an athlete with his length and his defensive upside. I really like him. If Merez can fall to us, that would be great.
Oh my God.
It might not happen, but Dalen Swain is somebody I've also been looking at really closely as well. Even if like we trade back and get a Zuby Ejiofor, that would be cool too.
Would you consider Koa Pete?
No.
Oh.
No.
I know everyone's having that. Everyone's having that like
that video
reaction.
Yeah, that video
because his jump shot is just so ugly.
Yeah,
but a lot of other things are not so ugly. And it's just like I'm thinking he's such an athlete that next to Luka, he doesn't have to do a lot of creation, just running the dunker spot.
I think he got like an Aaron Gordon, and ironically they both went to Arizona. But I could see a little Aaron Gordon in him. I could see him panning out in a couple years where he's that kind of glue for guy that I rebound, I run a fast break. At this point, maybe he's developed a shot. I can slash, things like that. I definitly play defense. I can see him being somebody.
There's
like
a
that.
lot of centers. Like there's a lot of centers in this draft. Like Henry Vassar, probably like just such a great shooter. Like automatic, lights out shooter. If Jaden Quaintance falls, it'll be because of the medicals. And then, if you want a more traditional, I kind of see like shades of Ivica Zubac in Terrace Reed Jr., although I'm not the biggest fan of him. But, if that's the type of center you want to put next to, Luka. And then there's Trevon Brazile. Like, I feel like that could be a very interesting pickup for the Lakers just because I think Luka needs vertical lob threats, vertical spacers.
Well, reports just came out literally just now that Luka has a preference to have one A-list center to add to the roster. So that doesn't sound like someone in the draft.
There's not many A-list centers in the NBA.
Yeah,
great.
They can have Jakob Poeltl.
All right, Shaw.
Nowadays.
The next super chat I got is from Father Time. Father Time said, if you had to choose an archetype of a player to start a franchise with, what are you going with? Whether it's a scoring / playmaking guard, a versatile wing / forward, or a two-way big. Who do you guys like?
Two-way big.
Versatile wing forward.
Two-way big.
Me too. I think versatile wing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that versatile wing too.
You think Mr. 6'9" can do everything? I don't know anyone who loves wings more than Ron.
I'm just saying, like, if I have somebody, but look at the league. LeBron's, Paul George's, Kawhi's, KD's.
That's why I think a lot of these wings get overrated in the draft. Wingflation is real, in my opinion. Wingflation is real.
I'm going with a two-way.
Keep inflating it, Mars.
I'm going with a two-way ecosystem. That's what I would build around. So basically, Victor Wembanyama or Scotty Barnes. Yeah.
Give me the two-way
positionless two-way engine. That's hilarious.
And I mean a real two-way, not some gimmick two-way where it's like, real two-way big.
Oh man, positionless two-way ecosystem. There we go. That's the actual Scotty Barnes comp.
All right. Hunter King 3200 said the Knicks just had the greatest parade in the history of parades. Brunson cussed. Wow. Mitch brought his truck. Wow. Cat smoking the biggest cigar I've ever seen. Mikhail brought his dog, and my mayor with an all-time speech.
Yay.
Shout out.
I want everyone to know he didn't watch the Knicks 29-point comeback. Just to make sure we all know that. Claiming to be a Knicks fan, he ain't watched the game. So
damn.
A lot of people when they're fans of teams, they turn that type of stuff off.
Frauds. That's what they are, frauds. And then go victory lap to win. Unacceptable.
Then they wake up.
You have to watch Jump Time if you're a true fan, man.
Go. What? You're a team in the finals. You know, watching the game.
Imagine being mayor at 31 in your city and then like winning a championship that same year. That'd be pretty cash.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I mean, he ain't on the team, but
I mean, that's like me in Denver. Like if I was the mayor of Denver at 35 years old and like, they won a championship, I mean, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, shout out to the Knights. I'm gonna shit to the you, but
I mean, I could take Nuggets prop to the Senate floor too. Think about it.
With my crew sent through whatever currency this is. He sent through 200 of it. With my crew said Kawhi, Derrick Jones Jr., and Davion to Denver. Jamal to Miami. Wiggins, Strother, Cam. Miami's 26 pick and a 28 pick first. 2 Miami seconds to the Los Angeles Clippers. Miami gets a point guard. Denver gets a two-way, tough shot maker, and signs Watson. Los Angeles Clippers get good picks. Swiper Mars thoughts.
There's going to be a lot of finagling in this offseason. I do know that for sure. Circumventing the cap, a lot of movement of players. I think that are larger money players to fit better needs. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's pure chaos this offseason. Not going to lie to you.
Who would be the Nuggets point guard in this situation? Davion?
Yeah. So there's been a lot of stuff thrown around with like.
Well, no, they have a point guard.
Well, there's been a lot of stuff being flown around with like Davion and like they could find another one in free agency. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that's been kind of happening. So we'll see.
I like Kawhi.
Yo, Ron, you know that guy who made the archetypes that we talked about?
Yeah.
You still interested in having him on the panel?
I wouldn't mind for him to come up here and cook ox.
Oh, that's actually a thing. Oh, okay.
It's gonna happen.
What would he cook me for?
He sent me a message. It's cool. He watched the segment. It's cool. He liked it.
Cool.
I'll
make sure Drench is here too, so we can line Drench up too. Drench, Chill, and Ox. Y'all be ready.
Hold on. Before you take that off for a second, bro. I wouldn't be getting cooked because once again, I said I don't have a problem with that type of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I think it's
nonsense. See his words like that. See, you see?
Yeah. It's but I mean that and like with all due respect. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like if bro was listening, he no, Ox nothing. If bro was listening, he understands. Like okay, you just don't get with it, but I love it. If you like it, I love it. I think it's actually really cool. It's like anime. I think anime is really cool. I just can't get into it. But I think it's awesome. Like I've seen a couple of them like, yo, this shit is dope. I wish I could sit here and watch it.
That's reasonable.
All right. Be True 23 said Chicago or Brooklyn, please trade up and get Cam Boozer. He will change your franchise.
Please, Chicago. I want Cam.
Why don't you
Chicago
want him in Memphis?
Bad. I just don't like anything they got going on over there.
I like him and Zach Edey.
The Ja situation is, I mean,
Ja not gonna be there. We ain't gonna worry about it. But
maybe if they just move to Nashville, so
Ox is being racist. Okay.
So if they were in Nashville, they could have Cam Boozer.
Cheers, Pin. I forgot you were here. I'm sorry. I'm just bullshitting. But like, I really just don't like what. I don't like that what they got going on. I'm just really high on Chicago. It's more so about me wanting him to go to Chicago than me not wanting him to go to Memphis. I you know what I mean? I'm just really I like what Chicago has going on, and I think they could use a Cam Boozer.
Yeah, I'm not even like going at you. I asked a genuine question. If they were in Nashville, you'd be cool with them getting Cam Boozer?
No, because they would still have the same team.
The roster.
Oh, okay. So you
actually have the same team.
Okay.
I wouldn't care what city they were in. I was just trying to be funny. I don't know if it landed with the chat. I hope it did. But I just don't. I'm not a big fan on like the roster. You know what I'm saying? I want the best for Cam Boozer. I want him to go to Chicago really bad.
I'm not mad at him in Brooklyn too. I actually kind of like that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at him and Nick Claxton front court.
I think him and Zach Edey front court is amazing. I just think the rest of the roster is questionable. But
yeah, I agree. I think he's going to be good anyway, man.
I think if he goes to Brooklyn, we might be looking at we could see a 2010 rookie season somewhere along that lines.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna see that shit wherever he go.
Best player with Wolf. Don't worry.
Cam Boozer's nasty, Ron.
Donnie Wolf.
All right, Masenko sent through $9.99 and said, we do need more of John D on the show For sure. Damian has also been a great addition. Appreciate y'all for the content on the daily. Hashtag wave Drew Smith. Miami, do something. Fight back.
What Drew Smith did?
Appreciate that, man.
He has a job. That's what he did. He needs to get waived.
Shout out to Damian and Diesel.
Definitely salute.
Nah.
All right, Who Mod sent through $9.99 and said, since it's summertime, I want to go back and watch legacy games or a series from the 80s and 90s. I'm currently watching the 1995 finals. What are some other individual games or entire series that you recommend?
This feels like a Mars question.
Yeah, there are some good options. 1988 Eastern Conference Finals. That's good hoops. 1985 finals. Is that the year that the Lakers won in 7?
94 Nuggets Seattle is a good series to watch.
Oh, that is a good series. The Dikembe average like
no, it's not. Hell no. Don't go watch that.
So it's a great series. It's a great series.
Not go watch that
96
shit.
Magic Bulls. 96 Magic Bulls is a really good series. 81 Boston came back from 3-1 against Philly. It's a good series. I think it's 81. I might be wrong on that. I think it's 81. 86 Rockets Lakers. I don't know.
I mean, the Pacers Knicks conference finals too in '99. It's just one like a fun series. I enjoyed that series. It's one of those I remember.
Knicks was good too.
I'm not going back and watching anything before 2013. Like we done.
You'll watch the Latrell Sprewell series, bro.
I won't. I mean, I've seen enough Latrell Sprewell series. I'm done with the 90s. I'm done with the 2000s. I'm getting with the times, bro.
I mean, if you're only going back to that far, Clippers OKC 2014, really good series.
No, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
There's a bunch in the
Clippers versus the San Antonio Spurs might be the best series. No, that
yeah.
You see elite basketball, or watching the Houston Rockets in the 3-1 collapse. That was a very fun series to watch. Remember when the Clippers and the Rockets were playing, and then that was the Josh Smith masterclass.
Josh Smith game, yeah.
But the Rockets, the Clippers collapsed.
That's what I meant. I meant like the
yeah.
Rockets.
But you said Rockets 3-1 collapse. That's why I was like,
Rockets Clippers series, the collapse.
Okay.
Yeah. James Harden got benched for the entire half. And then they came back.
Fourth quarter for sure.
Fourth quarter.
Chris Paul, what a
Pistons Spurs 05 is a really good series. Shout out to Manny Ginobili.
Yeah, Memphis has
Mavs Spurs 06. That's always one I go to. Mavs Spurs 06, amazing series. Dirk and Duncan just they going at it. Nah, they not guarding each other, but they going at it. So you know, that was
You want to see clear cheating? Go watch 2009 Lakers versus Nuggets. And see what happens.
Western Conference Finals, yeah.
All right, so we got a couple new members. Truly Boy CJ became a new member. Shout out to CJ. James Goat also became a YouTube member. Shout out to James. Caleb Love Enthusiast. Shout out to Caleb Love. And shout out to the Caleb Love enthusiasts out there. This super chat said, yo, what's up, panel? Who's the greatest role player of all time? And do you think currently you could make a championship team of role players?
Depends how you define role player.
Of like third and fourth options? Yeah.
Like non
I think so.
Yes, I want to say OG might be the best ever.
OG, Derek White, Jaden McDaniels. I think we could piece something together. I don't know who the point guard would be. Austin Reeves? No, Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves probably isn't.
I've seen it.
Yeah, he's graduated from that. Aaron Nimhart. I'm not. Or Andrew. I'm not mad at Andrew. And obviously, what's his name would be on there for the Thunder? Ball Mamba. Caruso. Yeah, that team would be cold. So Andrew, Caruso, Jaden McDaniels.
No, OG and Aaron Gordon be the wings. They'd be the wings.
OG ain't no role player.
Aaron Gordon, bro. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It depends what you call a role player. Like, how good do you need to be disqualified from role player talks?
I think everybody that we mentioned is a role player.
Because someone said Manny Ginobili, and I'm not putting Manny Ginobili.
Mikal Bridges a role player?
Yeah.
I know Cam Johnson is a role player, but it's Mikal Bridges a role player.
If you have a team that has OG Anunoby and Aaron Gordon on it together, you're gonna win a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
So
Don't call them the title favorites. They have OG and Aaron Gordon.
You got Nembhard, Derek White. You got Nembhard, Derek White, OG, Aaron Gordon, and let's say Zubac at center.
Nah, you lost me with the Derek White, bro. Sorry.
They could have just drafted OG.
Zubac is a good one. Zubac is a good one.
Put Norman Powell there instead of Derek White. Yeah, I can get with it.
Norman Powell's actually a good pull. They're gonna need somebody to really get them 20s and 30s.
You think Norman Powell's better than Derek White, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Norman Powell made the All-Star team this year. I don't know if he qualifies.
Oh
yeah.
Okay, Derek White, that's cool. I'll rock with Derek.
Is Jared Allen a role player?
Yep.
I don't think so.
He also made the All-Star team 4 years ago.
Absolutely.
That was too long ago. I think Jared Allen counts.
Okay, first of all, like we don't have a clear definition of role player, but I think most of it comes down to a lack of self-creation. Like pretty much, are you a guy who relies on other guys who are better than you at creating shots to create your shots?
Oh, well, Rudy Gobert then.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So it's
Rudy Gobert is a role player.
Ben Wallace was a role player.
Yes, like a superstar role player, but like like you
was Reggie Miller a role player?
That's different because he is actually creating the shot through his movement.
He's running around.
Yeah, but that's creating the shot. Like
Rudy Gobert sets the screen. Is he creating the shot?
I can be a role. I can be a superstar.
Rudy's a role player
I can
now,
be a
but he
star
wasn't
and
a
just
role
have a
player.
point guard that creates.
Y'all had Zubac on your role player list. He's way less of a role player than Rudy Gobert in terms of offense.
I'm not arguing. I'm concerned that if the idea is running around is creating a shot, why isn't screening and rolling creating a shot?
Because the creation, like then what is Steph Curry a role player because he has a lot
because Steph has on-ball creation too. Reggie didn't.
So you're talking about the potentiality of on-ball creation versus
I'm saying Steph
of it.
actually did it. Steph is one of the higher volume on-ball creators in the NBA. Now he does it less than the other superstars in the league because he can also do the off-ball stuff. But he does it way more than everyone we are talking about.
Is your talent the reason the shot went in? Is kind of like the point. Like Robert Covington, your talent is not the reason your shot went in. You were open for a reason.
Who's shooting the ball for him?
Well, it's not about shooting. It's what happens to the court before he shoots. Like, did someone
if you move without the ball, you're creating.
If you replace Rudy Gobert and them pick and rolls and them lobs with Kyrie Irving, does he finish them?
I don't understand the question. Is can we compare?
If instead of Rudy Gobert setting the screen and rolling, and someone throwing him the lob and finishing, and you replace that with Kyrie, does Kyrie finish those plays?
Kyrie just pick and pop. Kyrie's a good screener. He's pick and then
we're not talking about pick and pop. I'm saying, can Kyrie do exactly what Rudy Gobert does?
Kyrie
which
cannot
means
do
Rudy
exactly
Gobert's skill set is what allows him to do that.
I disagree. That's cool.
I want to put Malik Monk on this team so that we can, we need
Malik could be fire off the bench on this team.
We need a bucket getter. Role player.
He ain't coming off the bench team, bro. Malik
starts coming off the bench.
Not if Derek White's starting. Malik, man, get your ass in there. What we need Derek White for? We got Malik Monk.
Why don't you put Al Horford here? Al Horford's
a great role.
They got Jared
Al
Allen
Horford. No, man, like we got Al Horford. let's put Al Horford. Let's put Joakim Noah. Let's put them all, man.
There's another guy.
This is an all-time thing.
The superstars of role players,
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Shane Battier, man.
But all right, fellas, we're going to move on to the next super chat from Christopher Drake. Christopher said, I've seen some say Wagler is the next Cade.
I did not see it. That's what.
He's a way better jump shooter. He's a way better jump shooter. He's a way better jump shooter right now. Than Cade was coming out of college. I think his craft is being very slept on. And I'm surprised. But like honestly, his craft and ability to manipulate his body is being very slept on here. The fact that he won as much as he did with Illinois is being slept on. The fact that he was a leader of a team that frankly had upperclassmen and guys who are really good basketball players, all like tons of NBA players who are 22, 23, 24. And this freshman comes in and they say, yeah, that's who we're going through. Poise, composure, winning, impact. The difference is Cade is bigger. And Cade has a 7-foot wingspan. and Wagler measured in at 6'6" wingspan. If he had a 7-foot wingspan, he'd go top 5, 100%.
All right, Big Zeke 333 sent through $5 and said, I know how high everybody is on Dylan Harper. Is he going to be better than all these guys? And is this draft going to be better than last year's? So let's answer the first question. Where does Harper fall in the line of everybody in this draft?
Well, knowing what I know now is different than what I knew coming in.
It is.
If prospect Dylan Harper was in this draft, I would take him fourth.
Fourth? That doesn't sound crazy.
I would say he's exactly like I don't see why there's a distinction between him and Darren Peterson.
That's what I don't think I'll take Darren Peterson over him. I'll take AJ and Cam over him, but I'm not taking Darren over him.
I think Dylan just had too many questions as an overall shot maker for me. And Darren also, in my opinion, showed more defensive upside. So for me, I'm looking at the guy who's the more gifted shot maker. I buy into the high school stuff in terms of the athleticism. So I'm looking at the more gifted shot maker from every level of the floor with similar, I think, dimensions, while being, in my opinion, the better defender as well. So I'm gonna bet on that more than I would with Dylan Harper. But knowing what I know now, Dylan's better than even I thought. And I like Dylan Harper a lot coming in, but
the one advantage for Darren is the shooting, to me. Apart from that,
big time, big time.
It is a big advantage, but like Dylan's wider, like Darren's a really good athlete, but Dylan's got that wide frame, big shoulders, great decel. There's a lot of comparisons. So I'm just saying, like, if Dylan and Cooper were in this draft, this would be a 5-person draft or a 6-person draft. Like, this would be the greatest draft of all time. If you could take those two guys and put them in, oh my God.
I mean, Cooper's supposed to be in this draft, right?
Cooper's supposed to be.
He was supposed to be in the draft, yeah.
So I want to then get to the second part of the super chat. Is this draft better than last year's draft?
Yes.
I think it's probably deeper, but I think Coop, Dylan, we saw what Con did as a rookie, obviously.
Game.
Like that 4 is a very strong 4.
Gonna be good.
And you could put that 4 against this 4, I think, in my opinion. I would take this 4, but that.
But then Cedric is the 5th in this class, so then it kind of the drop off there.
Then you get to like Cedric. I mean, Ace Bailey, obviously, like the upside, whatever. Colin Murray Boyles.
Derek Queen went 13.
Jeremiah Fears was hooping this year too. He like his name went kind of under the radar. He was hooping.
There was Pelicans rookie.
Me personally, Ron. I thought Jeremiah Fears wouldn't be a lottery pick in this draft for me.
I'll tell you what. Last year's draft was deeper in the second round.
Was it?
In the second round, it was definitely deeper. Like it'd be very hard for me to imagine that you're going to get a Maxime Reynaud and a Ryan Cockbrenner and a Sion James in the second round. Like I
respect with Shea Fleming.
A lot of drafts you get a couple of those second round
that
guys.
That was last year's draft.
But this year's draft, like so many guys went back to school, or so many guys who jumped from international to, like I was looking at a guy like Luigi Swigo as maybe like a high second round guy, and he went back. Like there's Dash Daniels, which you'd be familiar with. Damian. That guy was probably supposed to be in this draft, and had he stayed, he might have some end of first round buzz. He's gone. So it's just like it just thinned out so much because once you get past 20, 21, the NIL money is more. That's the problem.
Who do y'all got like who do y'all got between Fears and Acuff?
Acuff, not even a question, not even like a snip of a question. Yeah,
Hell
not even a joke. Darius by a lot, not even close.
I'm not that high on Jeremiah.
I kind of picked that up from you, Mars.
But
the one thing about these drafts, though, is that like Cooper Flag is clearly the best player of both of these drafts.
I disagree.
He could be.
I think Dylan's entered his name into that hat. Obviously, we're looking in hindsight. We've seen these guys literally play in the NBA, and all the top 4 guys all had amazing seasons.
Khan also had the best rookie shooting season of all time, too. Like they had a lot of good players. Yeah.
And then VJ jumped off the screen.
I have to say Harper this year, though, because Harper's going to have a different responsibility this year.
I mean, I from what we've seen though in the playoffs,
he's going to be
like,
fine. He's going to
I
be
mean,
fine.
we don't know
Shea
how
Bear's gonna be-
all of these guys could take gargantuan.
Who in the
jumps
top
going
five
into
going to be in the
games.
best
Someone else is
situation?
stagnant.
Do we think, like projecting?
It just depends on where that goes. So I think.
Well, I'm
we
saying
talking
that's-
about
Probably
this one,
AJ, to be honest.
Assuming especially the four, assuming the four
Exactly.
goes how we
Yeah.
picked, I think the best fit is probably
Peterson?
Darren in Utah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
That's probably Darren in Utah.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. AJ got a
can
good
get
thing
clunky
going
with
on in
George, right?
DC.
I
if
do.
he goes in.
Because even though everyone Cam to me is the best player of these three, and I've
Right.
said that. But in terms of the fit, I think of the top three, Cam's best fit was Memphis, Darren's best fit was Utah, and Washington's best fit was, and AJ's best fit was Washington.
Yeah.
So I think the order is gonna go, even if I disagree with that in terms of like how I rank the players. I think they're all going to the best fit of the three teams that are picking the top three. So I think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I think that's a good place for AJ. I think AJ is going to get busy on that team. The way it's set up right now, especially if Trae Young comes back and re-signs with them and all that.
Yeah, they're going to get him some easy looks.
Let's say
stuff.
Anthony Davis is healthy and can play 70 or 60 games this season. Let's just go with that. Like I think,
and they won't
AJ's
be
in a
completely
great
trash
position.
as well, Ox. So the habit
Right,
stuff is
right.
Yeah,
That's one
Yeah,
thing.
right.
I think,
And they'll be actually playing to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think that's a great position for
it's
him.
good for him.
AJ's going to have a good rookie season, y'all.
I think they're all going to have good.
I'm not
rookie years.
entirely sure. Like I think people are still sleeping on how impressive Dylan Harper was. Like just as a paint finisher, just to give you some context. Here are there's only 10 players in the last year's rookie class who shot above 50% from the field. Just a random, factoid.
How many of them are bigs?
Almost all of them. And among the ones who played over 1,000 minutes, it's only Ryan Kalkbrenner, Colin Murray-Boyles, Maxime Reynaud, and Dylan Harper. That's it. That's the whole list. I understand, field goal percentage is not like a big thing for people, but it's just like it tracks like the full completion of Dylan Harper's game. If you tell me Dylan Harper is better than AJ DeBonsta in 5 years, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised, but I'm not that surprised. But Dylan Harper over Cooper Flagg, to me, it has to be a conversation. Has to be a conversation.
I do think that's a conversation.
That's a fine conversation. Like I won't probably take part in it, but Dylan Harper, the one thing I like about him is he takes good shots. I like that about Dylan.
Plays the right way,
he takes good shots, and even the ones that are like physical, going to the basket, people would think, "Oh, that's a tough one," but it's not a tough one for him because he's big, he's strong, and he's bullying smaller guys. He's going to the rim. I love his shot selection. And mind you, it's. Well, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am going to say that. Like when you have other pieces, you got sometimes it's more of a luxury to be able to do that. But I think still like that's not a knock at him. I think it's if anything, it's the basketball IQ for him to know like I could take advantage of this. I could do this. I don't have to force up a 20-20 step back. I can just go to work. I can get downhill. I got an open 3-pointer. I'm shooting that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wasting no time. I do like that. I love that about Dylan Harper.
I think it's just like the role that Jalen Brunson played for the Knicks. The only thing you would say is if Jalen Brunson was about 6'6", it would be just that much better. I think Dylan Harper can be like 6'6" Jalen Brunson.
Like, that was my comp for him coming in. I don't know if you guys remember. Jalen Brunson was what I said.
don't remember that.
I said Jalen Brunson x Shea. That was the comp I gave him.
Yeah, like I see him as
bigger.
like a better version of Cade Cunningham with like better finishing and athleticism at the rim. And like to me, like I just can't get by the idea that like it's a more valuable archetype than the Cooper archetype.
Jalen Brunson has an advantage that we overlook because he's short. That being that size with that strength is an advantage.
He's stout.
He has an, and he knows how to use that advantage. He knows how to get his shoulder on guys' hips and throw them off.
So does Dylan Harper.
He knows okay. But when you're that low already, when you're smaller, he has an advantage. Like Dylan Harper can do some of that stuff, but he can't do it like Jalen Brunson. He can't. He doesn't have
low
the
center of gravity.
Just being sure. I'm talking about just being short.
Oh.
Just being short.
I mean,
like
being
those
closer
aren't
Short and strong.
those
Short
aren't
and
like
strong,
short and super strong like that. Being on balance and be able to shoot when you're off balance, and then like when you're that low to the ground, nobody's interrupting your dribble. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's interrupting Jalen Brunson's dribble. When he crosses over, don't even reach for it. It's too low. You're not getting there, especially if you're a 6'4". If you're a Stephon Castle size, you're not getting to that. Now, you might be able to box me up. You might be able to corral me, but you're not touching this basketball. And then when I get on your hip, you are at my mercy. You just have to pray I miss the shot, especially with a guy like Jalen Brunson who's going to put his shoulder in your hip and put 190, 200 pounds on you going this way and stop. Like, that's an advantage that a lot of guys, most guys, don't have. And so I understand maybe the comp, but Dylan Harper don't got what Jalen Brunson got.
He's way better.
I agree. I mean, comps are never 1-to-1. It was just more so like the pace, the playing off 2 feet, the ability to navigate a defense. Those are the things I've likened to Jalen Brunson. Mm-hmm. And then Shea was more like the deceleration, the body control. Those are the things. I said the swing skill for him was going to be the intermediate scoring. And I still think that's the case because that's the biggest issue I have with Dylan Harper right now. If he develops that, that's how I think he gets to that level with Jalen Brunson. Shay's level might be a bit unattainable because I think he's one of the best guards to ever play. But like that's how I think he gets to that level. And if he never develops it, then you end up with this guard who does a little bit of everything and is still one of the best finishers, not to be hyperbolic, we've ever seen as a guard. So I think the floor is really high.
Yo, Swiper, tap in. And Mars, if he gets to Jalen Brunson's level, that means he's got to Shay's level. But go ahead, Swiper.
Just for my own personal query for the group, because as everyone knows, I was watching Baylor at the start of the year, and I think Mars remembers, Tunde was considered a top 10 pick, but I was always higher on Cam Carr throughout the season. Cam is like top 14. Dalen Swain is like in the 18 to 26 area is what I'm seeing. So Penn, you doing the work, and then Mars, but then Ox, Dalen's bigger than Cam Carr. I don't know if you've seen the two play before, but like
he's still legit 6'8". Yeah,
but Cam is like a uber explosive athlete and a really, really good shooter.
Yeah. I'm not too hip, Swiper. I'm not gonna speak on him.
Okay, cool. So which one of those players would you rather kind of have if you were adding an additional wing to your roster?
Am I Denver?
No, just say you're a team. Just say you're a team within 12 to 18, and like because that's where they're both projected to go. But Cam is clearly consensus.
They're both really incomplete basketball players to me. Like with Dalen, the handle is very real, and at 6'8", to have a guy who can handle the ball and get like tight in tight spaces and get to the rim relentlessly the way he can.
You know what his frame reminds me of, Penn? You talk about frame a lot. He looks like Rui. Like he looks like Rui Hachimura. Like in terms of his shoulders, how wide he is. But he is a better skilled player than he is, though.
For sure. And I mean, like in both these guys, you're talking about not freshmen. So you're talking about guys who've had some years to develop. With Cam, he's 6'4.5" with a ridiculous wingspan and like crazy testing. So they tested him athletically at E3 and they said like he was off the charts. His explosiveness, second jump, all of it. I think the defense with Cam is a little bit more theoretical. Like he has good tools defensively, but not exactly the greatest instincts. I like that he's tough. Like he will take it to the rim, even though he's like dripping wet, like 190, 200 pounds. So he's not big.
Yep.
He doesn't remind me of a guard though. Like the deep shots that he took, like 26, 28, 30 feet, like he's smooth with the jumper. I just feel like he's very oriented towards wing role player. And Swain has like a 2% chance to be like a star. So if you're betting on
like a Joe Johnson type of player,
like a Jalen Williams type of player,
without the athleticism,
J Dub,
yeah, without that high end athleticism.
Yeah,
I like Dalen Swain more so because of like the creation stuff. Like at that size, I think his ability to get to the rim. I think he's shown that ability more so, especially on the ball as a creator. I just think offensively he can do a bit more for you. Now, the jump shot gives me questions with Dalen Swain more than it does Cameron Carr for sure. But I think the on-ball creation stuff is something that I'd be willing to take a swing on if I was a team, late teens, whatever. He's also younger than Cameron Carr, I think. So.
By almost a year.
Yeah, so I think that does help. But I like Dalen Swain a lot.
He
All right,
sometimes
fellas.
plays a little bit too fast for me. Like sometimes he gets sped up a little bit too much. But like the defensive versatility is very cool. He can guard like 2-3 positions. Reminds me a little bit of Tari Eason. A little bit.
I got to roll, y'all.
All right, Damien.
Get the members.
Oh, Damien.
We got a new member by the name of Jordan Hicks. Shout out to Jordan Hicks. Appreciate you for joining up today. Salute to you. It's Nikoi. Sent through $5 and said, someone tell Ronaldo he's at the World Cup.
Oh, boy.
I mean, yeah, he is. He played. They drew to Congo.
0-0-0s across the board. Messi, amazing debut. 3 goals. I don't know if we talked about that at all. I thought the Croatia game, England was phenomenal. Like I said, shout out Congo. I said that earlier. What's been another really good games that we've had so far? USA Paraguay wasn't a game. What games have we gotten so far?
France versus Senegal was a good game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
France versus Senegal was a good game.
Austria versus Jordan was a sleeper as well. Anybody that's like tapped into that at all? Like it was a good game. Like, you know, I didn't watch the entirety of it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I think today, because today we got Mexico versus Korea, Swiss versus Bosnia, and then Canada versus Qatar. That's going to be over in 2 seconds.
Vamos Mexico.
Okay.
Vamos Mexico.
Well, Canada's a top 5 team right now in the field. No, 6.
I don't know.
I'm asking.
I don't know enough. Maybe they are.
I don't know. I'm asking legitimately. I'm not. You know,
in my brain, I don't compute
England,
them as the top 5,
Germany.
They might be.
England, Germany, Argentina. The top 3 probably. France 4.
I mean, Spain are better than them. I
Spain,
mean, they drew
sure.
with Cape Verde, but they're better than them.
No.
Shit, the USA might be better than Canada.
I don't believe they're not winning anything, bro. We're
1-4-1. That was it.
I don't know enough.
If this is a legacy, if Messi, if Argentina wins, if they win again, like this is gonna be like a legacy boost for Messi. Even though he's already
more of the GOAT. I mean, I guess.
All right, y'all. Free Knight became a YouTube member. Shout out to Free Knight. Hunter King 3200 sent through another super chat and said Ewing got his own bus. Jeremy Sohan hasn't found his shirt, and Alicia Keys closing it out with Empire State of Mind. Will never see anything like this again.
Shout.
Oh, Alicia Keys was there. That's fine.
Hell yes. I just seen the video of her singing. Shout out to New York, man. They're having a blast out there. I've been seeing videos all day.
All right,
and shout out to Rick Brunson for keeping it real. Go ahead, Ron.
Salute to Mavs fan 06 became a YouTube member today. If you're not a member, join up as a member. We also have a members only stream a little later today. We'd love to see all of y'all there. Grade A Musa sent through a members chat and said, "Can PC name their sleeper prospect in this draft?"
And it starts.
I think to be fair, that's probably going to be Cam Carr for me. But that's been consistent all year, so I'll probably keep saying that.
Bennett starts.
Who is he? Who is he? Penn?
It's from Iowa.
God from Iowa.
No. I'm saying like. Is he like in the league? Is
like he's a
starting level point guard for like a team? You think over time?
Steve Nash.
I knew you was gonna say Steve Nash. I knew it.
No, he's legitimately he's like a Ty Jerome mixed with like a Gravis Vasquez type. Like he's just a the precision, you know, like the precision on the passing. Like he is special, dude. Like, you know, give me a guy who plays like 40 minutes a night, never goes to the bench. And like there's so many misconceptions about him, his defense, athleticism, all that stuff. Yeah, I get it. He's a little bit vertical, he's a little bit upright, but man, give me a guy who can navigate the pick and roll, you know, from 28 feet, stretch the defense out, be an elite off-ball player, even though that's not really something he's been asked to do. You know why? Because he's that good on the ball. They don't ask him to be off the ball. He creates everything. His teammates were asked, man. Like, absolutely. We need to give more credit to players who played with garbage teammates.
Well, says the Cade hater.
Huh. I know, and I know y'all thought I'm trolling, but I'm not trolling, and I wasn't trolling. I really do think Andre is going to be good in the league. Like, I think he's a sleeper.
Andre who?
Lil Pager.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Andre Stockings. Yeah, I think he's gonna be good in the league for sure.
It's crazy. He shot like 25% from three. Disgusting.
All right, that's insane, right?
Yeah, like that's
he'll get more open looks in the league though.
He was with Keaton, right? He was on that team.
Yeah. He'll get more open looks in the league.
He'll be open all day, every day, all day.
That's a great thing. I don't know why y'all have an issue with people making.
I mean, at some point the genes go kick in, and he gonna start making some of these.
No.
Okay.
I've been watching him. I've been watching him for a long time, and I'm like, that is his like, I think I've mentioned this before. My ex-girlfriend was Page's first cousin, and so I've seen him play around for a while. The minute I saw him, I was like,
I have to go in, but I just want to throw this out there for you as a draft person and everybody else. There's a name that I have been ruminating on, Otega Owe from Kentucky. I think he is going to be he'll be a second round pick this year. If you told me next year that he's like maybe the best second round pick in terms of what he does next year for a team, I'm just saying I actually like his tape more than a lot of people do. I think he's actually going to be a really good defender as well. But we'll see what he does at the next level. Again, kind of a sleeper name, but yeah, we'll see. Otega Owe is his name from Kentucky, and he's 6'5.5", y'all. Penn, you love big guards. Love big guards. He's big, he's strong, and he's athletic, brother.
I like Onyenso. You know, like he's cool, but I understand why you like him. I do. I get it. He's incredible athlete, really good defender. I think Emmanuel Sharp. I think people are overthinking his size a little bit. Like he's very physical. Like, he reminds me of like the guard. You know, there's this term in NBA lexicon right now, guard room. Like, what's your guard room looking like? I'm starting to think in terms of like guard room as an assembly of guards. Like the diversity of that room is your playoff success. When's the last time? Here's like an interesting thought. When's the last time a center was the best player on a championship team? Jokic. That's the last time it happened.
That was 2 years ago.
Okay, in the last 8 years, it's only happened once. And that's a really big departure from like NBA history, right? Is like we just haven't seen that happen. Like Steph, KD.
You know, the last time before that was Shaq when he won the Finals MVP, right?
Yeah, so it's like we've gone so far. So it's just
Duncan was a big
wings and guards. Like this is what's driving.
And then before that, it was Jordan. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was Michael Jordan for the 90s. I mean, you had Hakeem got a couple. You know what I mean? And then like
Hakeem, Shaq.
I mean, Magic and Bird and
Isaiah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Throughout the 80 years. Before that, it was
Duncan.
Like you said, Isaiah, Magic.
Yeah, so basically, if it's not a generational big, you're not winning a championship through them. So it's basically Jokic, Shaq, Hakeem.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you're saying that we're going away from that, and it's like it hasn't been that in a long time.
I'm saying increasingly over the last 35 years, it's more likely that your best player on a championship team was a wing or a guard than a center, which is rare for NBA history because we're talking like
we could go
Kareem,
back 45 years. Like Kareem, Magic was better than Kareem since 85, 84, some people say. I give Kareem a little bit of grace. Yeah, I give Kareem a little bit more love. I think it was more like 85, but most people say 84.
Should I just say your leading scorer instead of your best player? How about that? Your leading scorer being a guard or a wing. There we go.
Okay, cool.
Let's fix that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's better.
But it's also because I think like NBA.
Ron, wake up, nigga. What you doing?
I think it's because NBA. Because I think it's like NBA.
I'm waiting for y'all to stop yapping.
We don't want any dead air. You got to come in here. You know what I'm saying? Jump, box out. You get involved. You can't watch. You got to rebound. Damn, I hate when I got to tell my players that shit, man. What are you looking at? Go get involved in the game. Jump in the fight.
You done?
Yeah, we good.
All right, shout out Spanish Jose TV for the 99-cent sticker. I appreciate you, Spanish Jose. Real talk chimed in with a members chat and said, Ox, we coming for that chain. That's all I'm going to say.
Not this chain. You can't carry this chain, but you're going to fuck around and break your neck trying to wear this chain. Shit. You can have them other little, bracelets or something, but you don't want that chain, bro.
NXT FNBR said, AJ my favorite in the draft, but Boozer is the best.
I agree.
Yeah, I've heard you guys slander. I just let it go. There's only been 4 other freshmen who were the best player in the country. That's KD, AD, Zion, and Coop. Pretty good company to be in. But
Zion?
yeah, I mean,
Pretty
they
sure
won the
AJ
National
was the
Player of
best
the
in the
Year. There
country.
you go. They won the National Player of the Year. Let me say that. I think Kambuza also was the best player in the country, and I also think Anthony Davis and KD were. Zion, to me, was also clearly the best player in the country. That's why I said it. But
Gotcha.
for the accolade people, yeah, they're the only ones. Freshmen who were the best player in the country. It's pretty good company to be in. I think all of them are good NBA players. A couple of them are all-time greats. So, you know.
I want Zion to have a good. I want him to have a complete good season from beginning to end. So
wait till Zion get traded to Charlotte, man. We still believe.
Man.
All right, Lord Omega Gandhi sent through a members chat and said, check this out. Utah trades Ace Bailey and 2 firsts for AJ. Washington gets Peterson. It's a win-win.
Why would no? If you're the Wizards aren't trading the number 1 pick, I don't see a world in which that happens. Personally. Now, I say that and they trade it tomorrow, but I don't think they will.
Unless they trade back. Like a spot.
That's what they're doing in this hypothetical trade into 2.
Yeah, like so why wouldn't you do that? Like let's just say you're the Wizards and you really want Cam Boozer. And you know that the other teams in your range are picking Cam Boozer third.
I think the Wizards are sold on AJ and Darren. And whoever they want, they'll just take at 1.
It makes no sense for the Wizards to not just draft AJ. I think that would be a bad move. I think they should definitely draft him.
I think it's worth
it. If I could trade back and get AJ, I would
y'all know Carlos Boozer works.
I'm not risking that,
right?
Like,
Carlos Boozer does work for the Utah Jazz. I know that. Yep.
So I mean, that's going to be some awkward Thanksgiving conversations.
What does he do? What does he do for them?
That's a good question.
Utah Jazz don't give a damn about Carlos Boozer's Thanksgiving conversations.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not the GM, and on top of that, if I don't got the power to draft you, what you pressing me for? You can't say shit to me. Dad, why didn't y'all draft me? Because I'm not the GM, nigga. I can't draft you.
On top of that, we in the middle of the season. It ain't no Thanksgiving. Hey, we in Orlando.
Yeah,
we in Chicago. We in Portland.
Shut your little punk ass up, nigga. Go play for your team.
It just says he joined the Utah Jazz front office.
Maybe they're doing that too. Drafting him. Who knows?
Is what it says anyway. And now I might be wrong, but
is this a Rick Brunson, Jalen Brunson situation?
I mean, shit, it could be.
I just think Boozer on the Jazz doesn't make sense. They're already the biggest front court in the league. I don't get why you're adding.
Well, they might be losing Walker Kessler to free agency.
Yeah, but then you just have 3 power forwards. There's no real.
Yeah. I mean, they might. Maybe they're not as high on Filipowski as I am.
Yeah, but I'm saying Markin and Jaren Jackson and Boozer, that's 3 power forwards.
But yeah, Lloyd could play the 3.
Ox, I just want to hate.
He can, but Boozer and Jaren Jackson can't play.
I just want to hear you hate on one white player. Can you do it for me? Is there one white player you don't like in the NBA?
It's one player of every color I don't like. What do you mean?
Who's the white player you don't like?
Yeah, who is it?
Well, there's not that many of them. First of all,
I mean, there's a lot.
He's already got his excuses for why.
No, let me think. I'm sure there's a lot of players I don't like. I don't always like Luka that much.
Okay.
American way.
Okay, name a couple. Name me a couple.
Austin Reeves is obvious.
I mean, Chet would be the low hanging fruit, but I don't know if you hate that.
I don't hate. I really don't hate any players. I'm talking like of any color, like, you know what I'm saying. I love basketball players. You know what I'm saying. So just give me a second. I could think of somebody that I think is sorry as hell.
What's his name? Plays for the Lakers too. The one that
I like him.
I know. Kevin Huerter. We got him.
Oh my God.
We got him.
That's the player I hate. That's the player I hate. I do hate.
There you go.
That's because he's ginger. That's not even because he's white.
No, stop playing.
All right.
I was curious.
I mean, but first of all, why would I do that? See, that's the thing. Like, we don't got to get into this, but I really don't care about like what color or where players from. Like, that shit don't really. Being from California, you know what I'm saying, and just being around diversity all my life, I really don't care about that type of shit, bro. And that goes for anything, like in anything in life. Like, I'm not gonna make a decision based on your color or where you're from. I don't, and I genuinely just never have cared about that type of shit.
All right, the next members chat is from Andrew Johnson. Andrew said, "Could this be in that 96-03 level of draft class?"
If everyone pans out,
Yeah.
now the likelihood of that happening is obviously low because in the day it's a draft. But if everyone does hit their ceiling, I do think it's an all-time draft in my opinion. If everyone hits their ceiling.
Yeah, my answer is no. And then also to the super chat from earlier, I think that the top 4 from last year is better than the top 4 from this year. Obviously, this is hindsight speaking, but looking into it, I just don't think that these top 4 players play at the same level as the top 4 players from this year. I just
Ace
don't
Khan,
see that happen.
Right? Ace Khan.
Not
No, wait, no. Because Ace went. VJ went.
VJ Con, Harper, and Flag.
Right. So it was Flag, Harper, VJ, Ace, right?
Con.
Yeah, but Ace isn't
Con
in the
fifth, right?
4 that I'm talking about.
No, Con was 4th, Ace was 5th.
Okay.
To give people an idea of just how good that 96 draft was, Kobe, Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, Marcus Camby, Stephon Marbury, Paige Stojakovic, Antoine Walker, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Jermaine O'Neal, Derek Fisher, Zadrunas Ilgauskas, Kerry Kittles.
Kerry Kittles. Shout out to
Jesus
Kerry.
Christ. Like
That was a hell of a
even
draft.
deeper into the draft, you had really serviceable guys like Tony Delk and Eric Dampier, and like it's just I
like Dampier.
I don't know how you
Shout out
get
Damp.
a draft that's like 14, 15 starters deep. Everyone would have to hit. Everyone would have to hit.
It's not just the starters pin. It's the these players are up here. Like these are all top 75 MVPs,
Iverson,
all-time players.
Yeah, there's 3 MVPs here: Iverson, Nash, and Kobe. Like that's 3 guys who won.
Shit. How many votes did Paige get in 04, Mars?
He got a first place vote. He got a first place vote in 04. Someone thought he was the MVP of the NBA. Probably the same person who voted Sabonis on a.
You know what's funny? Jermaine O'Neal also was a top 4 MVP finish one year. There you go.
It was 04. He got 2 votes for first place. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
KG got robbed of a unanimous MVP because 3 people thought Jermaine O'Neal and Paige were the MVP of the NBA.
Shout out Paige. Hey, but real quick, 1 second though, Ron. I'm not trying to derail. I just want to say something to what Penn said a second ago to me. Penn, I come from a place where white boys got game. Okay? All right. Northern California, Northern California, we got some of the coldest white boys in the world. And that's all I got to say about that. I have been fried by a couple white boys in my life.
Hey, the West Coast got the coldest white boys.
I'm talking about I come from a place, Penn, where these white boys are cold.
we got the coldest white boys.
I am not bullshitting. I'm telling you, I am not bullshitting. Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
You should go to Lithuania. You find the coldest.
Well, shit, if I go to Lithuania, I ain't looking for no white boys. I'll tell you what.
Yo, shout out Kingston MH. Kingston became a YouTube member. Salute to him. Dre Knows Ball sent through a members chat and said, "Thank you, panel, for making every single morning fun with Hoop Talks. It used to be First Take, then Undisputed. Now it's PC, baby." Shout out Dre. Appreciate you, dog. Nick the Quick 414 said, "Ron, pull up to EIU. I need them ones, bum." Nick, I'll come in. Hey, I'll shut the whole campus down. It'll be a fire drill if I come in. Hey, that gym will leave in smokes. Y'all will be playing on the blacktop for this season. Don't play with me. So I'll come and burn that gym down. Simply Ghostly sent through the last members chat of the day. Salute to Simply Ghostly and everybody else that sent through super chats and members chats and also became members. Simply Ghosty said, "Remember this. The Player's Choice show is the best out here. Also, I type in cat because I need glasses, chat. Get off my case. Love all. I'll be up here soon."
Yo, Simply, go to Lens Crafters and get your ass some glasses.
Maybe you can't afford it.
Nah, keep typing in caps, man. Keep typing in caps.
Yep. That makes it 2 episodes without incident. Let's see if I can keep this up. I figured something out, Ox. I figured out that every argument you have is with a ghost.
Simply Ghostly.
What?
So like every time I'm having a fight or a dispute with somebody, is because somebody else in my life had done something or said something that reminded me of what they said. That whole thing with like Drench and African-born players fudging their their birth certificates, you and your Memphis, need to move to Nashville stuff. To me, that's like, those are little wounds from like childhood that I don't remember closing. And when I hear it, I go right into like 6-year-old mode. Some people be like, how's a 38-year-old acting like a 6-year-old? Easy. In that moment, I'm 6 years old. So yeah. So that's 2 episodes.
Pin,
No incidents.
I say this with much respect, because you're my brother and I love you. Pin, there's nothing wrong with therapy.
That is therapy. That's what they're gonna tell you. Everything's your fault. That's what therapy gives you.
All right, bro.
I mean, a lot of the time it is.
No, that's a fact.
You have to be able to accept that it's your fault and work through that.
Man, damn therapy. It ain't shit my fault. It's Chill's fault.
There ain't
Bro,
no hope
we
for
missed.
him.
It's Chill's fault.
We missed 5 picks. 5 picks.
And that's your fault.
It's not my
We didn't
fault.
even finish
I
the
was
bracket
succinct
yesterday. We
as
still don't know
fuck.
who the best champion of the last 8 years is. We still don't.
Yo,
And that was Ox's fault. He should have turned me up.
Chat.
Oh, no, that wasn't Ox's fault. That was that was just all y'all fault.
Let me put your bullshit out here. Ron, tomorrow's topics: mock draft.
Huh? You say something?
Finishing the best team of the last 8 champions.
All right, y'all. It was
finals MVP.
It was a fun show. It was real. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Members only stream tonight, baby.